All right. Let's see who's in the chat. A few people are in the chat. I think a lot of you were looking forward to this one once you sent the screenshot to our chat. That was a nice picture where people were like, what the hell is going on here? And since I think you built the deck from the ground up when the spoiler came out, why don't you tell us a little bit about the deck before we hop into the league?
This is like an old deck, including a new combo, basically. Well, you could say so. Like there used to be a version of this deck that I played that had 4 Ancient Steerings, 4 Mox, 4 Trinisphere, 4 Chalice, some amount of Thaumatia, Ballista, and also the 4 cards. And instead of the combo, it had main deck Ensnaring Bridges. And it was like a green prison deck. I called it Vegan Prison or Monogreen Prison or whatever.
Right.
And it looked pretty similar. Though nowadays, I think Ensnaring Bridge is not as good anymore, mainly due to Dreadheart Arcanist and Oko.
Yep.
So I think that card is not viable anymore in Legacy main deck. I mean, not as a main game plan. Cannot rely on it anymore. And also, on the other hand, this was a fun combo that actually my brother found when Manascape Refractor got spoilered. Nice. We just went through the spoiler together, and he was like, "Wait, you can you have Griffin." I don't know, for some reason he just knew Griffin Canyon. He was like, "Wait, you can if you make Manascape Refractor a Griffin somehow, then you can." And I was like, how do you do that? And then he was like, wait, there must be some land that's a shapeshifter, right? And then there's Mutavault, obviously. So we found that. So that Cowboys, I mean, on paper it doesn't look very good, and it frankly isn't as viable. Like it's not a good combo, but
right.
The point is that the combo pieces are lands, and that you make use of colorless producing lands because you have Thought-Knot Seer, and because it's kind of hard to find useful lands in this deck's mana base anyway.
Right.
Like in the past, this deck played a little bit more soul lands, and it played what did I play? I played like Grove of the Burnwillows and fetch lands for the forests.
Right.
So you could like Crucible or stuff. But that's not that much more useful than those lands, actually. Because Mutavault is pretty playable, I would say.
Yep.
Especially in the age of the fairy, and you can protect your card and whatever. And Griffin Canyon obviously is a really bad card, but you can
it pumps your Mutavault.
It basically make your own Mishra Spectre with 2 cards. But that's not the point. Obviously Griffin Canyon is a bad card. But the point is that those are essentially just non-basic wastes, and the Manascape Refractor is often just a Worn Power Stone with the city.
Yep.
Or a worse one with the tomb.
Yep.
Or sometimes you could also sacrifice this Refractor with a wasteland effect, or for the cycling lands. It's gonna be land. And obviously, sometimes your opponent's going to give you ability. Sometimes your opponent's going to have a Thespian Stage in the Dark Depths in play. And they are wondering why you have this weird card in play that also is able to make it 2020. And also sometimes there's Caracas, which are the board. So the card has its uses. From a power level standpoint, it's not that much better than Worn Power Stone. But Worn Power Stone is borderline playable, or has always been borderline playable in Legacy. Not that it ever was good or anything. So this is just a nice you play a decently playable card, and exactly those lands are exactly playable enough so that it kind of works, because you don't use a lot of effort to find the combo. You just play your cards, you play your prison deck, and I mean you're at some point maybe gonna find it, or you're gonna have it really early randomly. Then your opponent has to hold up removal or has to like make a blocker, otherwise they're gonna get one hit. So it's not that bad actually.
I'm trying to think of the most exciting land that you've made use of besides stage steps, obviously. There's not that many.
There's
If
not that many.
Treetop Village would be nice. Activate Tar Pit, Creeping Tar Pit off 2 Mox Diamonds would be nice. I've done that before in lands.
Well, yeah, I guess in lands you need the Mox. Manascape Refractor is you can use your.
Oh! Yeah. Oh! So if they have Tar Pit, it just works. I see.
It just works if they have Tar Pit. So the card is not completely terrible. And there's stuff you can do.
Yeah, find it amusing that City of Traders is somewhat debatably better in this deck than Ancient Tomb, whereas the opposite is normally true, but with this out, the damage is linked to the abilities, so it is like a lot better to have City plus.
Essentially this list initially had like 4 tombs, 2 cities, and the original deck without the combo had 4/4, but the original deck also had 3 Ensnaring Bridges, and usually the old deck used to not have to tap their lands as often as this one because the old deck just locked the opponent out, and then the damage from tomb and the sack from the city weren't as bad. But here it often like comes up that you're too low in life with 2 ancient tombs, or you sack too many lands. So it's like I think the split makes more sense, and also sometimes city is just insanely much better because the refractor is then one Power Stone, and then you just don't need to play any more lands. You just keep the refractor and the city, and then cast everything. It works, I guess.
So, one last thing for people who don't play a lot of Legacy, Ancient Stirrings is not heavily played in this format, but how would you say this deck seems to make really good use of it, right?
Yeah, it's in this deck, Ancient the old deck also played for Ancient Stirrings and for Chalice, and obviously often people are question marking me when they see Stirrings plus Chalice plus Trinisphere in the same deck because it's obviously not good at those 2 cards. The point is that my idea is that Chalice and Trinisphere are cards that are only playable in the main deck of decks because of the soul lands. So you need to get your soul lands more consistently, I guess. So turn 1 Stirrings to find a soul land to have 3 mana on turn 2 and therefore 4 mana on turn 3 is already pretty good, I think, because it just makes your otherwise non-consistent deck really consistent. You don't have to mulligan as much with Ancient Stirrings in your deck, and also obviously also finds Chalice, so you're gonna have a lot more Chalices, not necessarily turn 1 Chalices with this deck, even though we have 4 Mox Diamonds, so we can technically turn 1 Mox Stirrings, find the Soul and or the Chalice, and have the other part in the hand, so that works so often. But you're just gonna be more consistent with your curves because of this card, and obviously this card also searches all of the combo pieces. If you already have a Griffin Canyon in hand, you're gonna maybe take a Mutavault, and then you're maybe gonna draw a Refractor, or you're gonna already have the Refractor, so you're gonna take whatever out.
Yep. Quick shout out to Scotty Nada with the 83-person raid. A friend of mine who lives in Hawaii, so that's a very different time zone.
Ooh, Hawaii.
It's 6 hours before Eastern Standard Time, I believe. 3 hours before Pacific. I don't know. Scotty usually streams Draft. Check him out. Shouted him out.
I haven't seen their stream yet. So.
It's 5 a.m. there. Wow. I can't imagine that. But yeah, shout out to Scotty.
Time zone dilemma.
I believe also Scotty has been playing some StarCraft campaign on his stream, which is cool. I remember playing all of the StarCraft campaigns, obviously.
A retro gamer.
Well, StarCraft 2, I think, actually is the answer.
Actually, then yeah.
But that's still retro by this point, actually.
By this point, StarCraft 2 is almost an old school game.
Yeah.
I remember playing it myself.
Scotty says, I'm moving to Korea, so I need to learn SC2 to get a visa. All right, well...
Ooh, you're moving to Korea.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I think he's originally a Korean American or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, thanks, Scotty. One question I have about this list. I asked you earlier, I want you to just explain it. Why is there a Tree of Tales in the deck?
Yeah, so there is really no upside to this card. Like, it's just worse than the Forest, other than you can wish it with the Karna Great Character. So it's the reason it's main deck and not in a sideboard is the sideboard has like a huge problem with like slots. I wish I could cut more of the card targets. It's really just a mess. It's just too many cards, but for some reason I'm not able to find slots. So I felt like a lot of times with this deck, because it has 28 lands and 4 Mox Diamonds and 4 Refractors and 4 Steerings and a Once Upon a Time, in some matchups you might flood out. So I for example, against Snow, I cut the Wastelands or cut some of the Wastelands and the Mox Diamonds so you don't draw multiple Mox and stuff like that. And often you can afford to sideboard out even 1 green source, because you then still have exactly 13 green sources plus a Once Upon a Time, so that's kind of like 14, I'd say. And you don't always need to cast your Steering on turn 1. So I like to side out the 1-3 so that my card can get me the Tree of Sales sometimes. And it came up, actually, but it's obviously very minor and debatable. So that's just the thought behind it.
All right. 2 last questions before we get to a league. How many times have you killed people with Mutavault beatdown?
Like one single Mutavault, I think never. Multiple ones, or like with like addition with like I've killed a person with 1 Mutavault and like 2 or 3 canyons to just where it like made it really big. And the thing is, which is really funny about Canyon and Mutavault, it's kind of different than Mishra's Factory in a sense, because you can like activate the Mutavault with its own mana and then just untap it and then attack for 3. And then depending on how many canyons you have some extra mana, because you can always untap it and then tap it for mana. So like sometimes if you're gonna have 3 canyons and a Mutavault, you're gonna be able to attack for 5, but you're gonna still be able to cast a Chalice with those 4 while attacking you, for example. But sometimes it's also really neat that you can attack with it and then have an untapped blocker the same next turn. So yeah, it came up, but it's not the more important part was that it can block for Karn, or that it like sometimes what often happens is you have a Mutavault in play and like a Chalice, and your opponent plays Oko, and they can't elk your artifact because otherwise you attack for exactly 5 to kill the Oko. So that's really important, actually. But other than that, Mutavault has been exactly, I would say, below the threshold of playability, but since there's a combo and since it also makes mana, it's fine. It did its job so far. And Canyon, obviously, not gonna talk about that, but it's like sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's just colorless legend, so which is still fine though.
All right, one last question before we start playing. What have you struggled against playing this deck?
What have I struggled against? What was the one matchup that I lost against? There was like some Maverick-ish deck that I lost against, but it wasn't Maverick. I don't know what deck it was. It was like it had Collector Ufi main deck, obviously. There's a lot of Collector Ufi main deck decks, and because you told me to play the boat, I actually managed to beat main deck Collector Ufis.
Oh, with the Skyboat?
Yeah, by
just boat.
Having access to this main deck, exactly. But there was one like Natural Order Noble Hierarch deck that I lost to, and that matchup felt really, really bad because they had main deck Collector Ufis and Okos, and Natural Order for Archon of Valor's Reach. And, I don't know, this just really felt really unbeatable because the Archon of Medi is really hard to beat with this deck.
It's actually unbeatable, I think. You have to draw 2 Spatial Contortions to kill it.
Yeah, kind of. Or you have to have already a Refractor in play or something.
Oh, sure.
Or you need a Ballista in play. Like, if you don't have an artifact in play, I think you basically lost turn the result when it's in play. So there is no playing around. I think just lose.
Yeah.
But that's fine so far because that's kind of fringe. I mean, there's also elves having this card, access to this card, but you have like it's not like you can't interact with natural order or you can't prevent it. I'd say like sometimes chalice is enough, sometimes you felt knock down. So it's not a lost cause. It's just that I feel like against Maverick type of decks, this deck is probably the worst. Like that's probably the worst matchup because they can play around chalice. Trinisphere is bad against them. They have made a collector of beasts. They have random Knight of the Reliquaries. They have I don't know. Sometimes when they play blue for Oka or black for Abrupt Decay, they always have creatures on board to pressure it hard. It's kind of a nightmare.
Sully Pride Mage also pretty good, generally speaking, versus
they
deck.
Have
so
that or the Night of Autumn. Obviously,
sure. They're all the same thing, right? Like any like Viridian Shaman or any like Reclamation
Sage. But you can
Sage.
beat them, and for and in contrary, obviously, Definite Access seemed quite nice as a matchup when I played against like 4 of them or something. I don't know why. I didn't play many with this deck. There was just 1 or 2 leagues where I played against Mono Definite Access.
This card's just insane versus them, and like you have a high land count, so it's not that easy.
Yeah, you have to be careful because Trinisphere kind of sucks against them sometimes, but Karn is really good against them, and like
Ballista's insane.
Chalice plus X, their Mother Runes doesn't do anything. Sometimes you just have Torpor Orb. Sometimes you protect your like Manascape guy with the Chalice, and just they have to chump block every turn or something. Like that's not that. The bad part about those matchups. The green part is the bad part.
Right.
And Genius, that's annoying.
If they had Giver of Runes over Mother Runes, I think they would actually be much better versus you, which is
that would
funny.
Be a huge difference. Yeah, but most people don't play.
No, of course not. It's like kind of the Mother protecting itself versus like Source of Plowshares and Bold is just so insane that I don't think you're allowed to play Giver of Runes before you max out on Mother Runes.
I remember at GP Bologna. One day before they won, Julian came up to us and sat down because he was gonna play Maverick at the GP, and then he just put like all the Giver of Runes he had on the table, and he was like, "Should I play that or Mother of Runes?" And then then he said like, I think he said he played a split, and then he felt like the Giver was always so much worse than the Mother of Runes.
It is,
regardless of all the Plague Engineers, he doesn't care. I'm just gonna play 4 Mother of Runes because it's just so much better when you untap with it. So there's an argument for not playing Giver of Runes in Legacy, but sometimes it's not that bad.
All right, so 2 more quick points. Someone asked consideration for Loam, then I answered there's a Crucible in the sideboard, which is basically Loam.
So the thing is, the original version of the deck, which is already, I don't know how old it is. It feels like yesterday to me, but it's probably...
It was... it's 7 months by now, I'm pretty sure.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only 7 months? Maybe. Okay, I don't know. Since the old version also tried to abuse Mox Diamond and had 8 soul lands even. And also the old version had Ensnaring Bridge, so sometimes you needed a lot of mana.
Yep.
You try to offset the disadvantages of City and Mox Diamond, because obviously Mox Diamond is one of the worst and best cards in this deck, kind of.
Yes.
Like this is one of the worst double Mox Diamond decks. Maybe this deck should actually play 3 for that matter, and I even side out the 4th one a lot. But it's like, if you compare this to 4-color Loam, which is like one of the best Mox Diamond decks, or like Lands, which is also like, which is actually probably the best Mox Diamond deck. You just kind of sometimes want to have 2 or 3 with those decks if you have Loam in your hand. So sometimes it feels really bad to play this card. So yes, Loam and Crucible are good. Crucible is better for that matter, I think, because recasting Loam over and over again in this deck is a huge effort, actually, because you want to curve out, you want to use your whole mana every turn. You don't have mana to like Loam every turn. And also you don't have that many reusable lands. So like sometimes you would just Loam for a City of Traders, I guess, and then like a forest that you discarded, I guess. And dredging part is also not that great. But yeah, I mean, I thought about Loam a lot. And I mean, there could be a version that plays it, I guess. I just think Crucible would be better in that spot, so you would play mainly Crucibles. But mainly Crucibles are kind of slow in Legacy right now. That's also why I don't play the Ensnaring Bridge anymore and stuff. This deck is just more good or flexible cards. I guess cards that do stuff in most scenarios. That's what I want to have right now. So like the Crucible is only the sideboard, but sometimes you sideboard it in, and often I mean, there's a reason why it's not cut from the sideboard, because I really need space, but I still play this card because like sometimes there's some late game scenarios where you need to ramp into your lattice with Crucible, or where you like just waste them out, or where you just get you back your city or cycling lands, your waste whatever, just to like rebuild and then like just generate value, because there's no real like card draw engine in the sideboard. Sometimes you have that's what happens a lot when you play Karn decks, especially in Legacy. You have to like think about the worst case scenario, and that's often that Karn dies, and then you're like, okay, I can't wish my coding or lattice. Yeah, I thought about course.
Yeah, this is the one that jumps out to me.
This is like the most viable arena.
It's so close. It's so close.
It's exactly, I think, too slow for Legacy right now. Unless, like, obviously, if this deck was like a Grim Monolith multi-key deck, then maybe you could do that. But yeah, I mean, obviously you could play a Grim Monolith multi-key in this deck. I thought about that as well, but that's like, that makes your deck faster, enough, but less consistent. And if you're faster, you need more payoffs and more broken payoffs. And then I would need to like re-engineer the whole deck, and I don't even know if it would get better. So I don't know. Like, I don't want to be like a Mystic Forge, whatever. Yeah, you could also play Mystic Forge, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about it.
In this deck, as you see, you have Steering, which is not good with Mystic Forge, and like it's kind of weird. So my go-to for like the value card is Crucible here. Sometimes it works, sometimes not, and sometimes you can get the both, which is also value. So there's like 2 value cards in the sideboard.
All right, one last question from chat before we start. Reclaimer / crop rotation type effect. I'll give my answer real quick. Don't think you want to play those cards when, like, really you don't want to sacrifice your lands if you can help it. Think like Stirrings and Once Upon a Time sort of serve that role. And crop rotation is an even worse top deck after you have Chalice out than Stirrings is.
That's basically what I thought. Yeah. Like, I thought about different versions of this deck as well, because you could also play it in a non-chalice shell, the combo. You could play it in a non-chalice shell. You can play with like other stuff, but you could play like 3 of every card and then like have crop rotation and have Karn get the refractor and stuff like that. But I don't always. I feel like that's too many like hoops to.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the crop rotation thing, obviously crop rotation is not many hoops to jump through necessarily. The card is just card disadvantage. So I don't know if it gets Force of Will. Like, I feel at that point you're just playing worse Dark Depths. So why would you play that? So I would rather play this deck and play the combo without like having to sacrifice a lot for it. Like, I'm not really using like the most deck space I lose is in the land base. I could like play 2 more soul lands instead of whatever.
All right.
Or Canyon.
So real last question.
Reclaimer is obviously a good card, but I don't know if you would play Reclaimer in this deck. If I cut the Steerings and I played Reclaimer, I don't know. I mean, Reclaimer is more reasonable than crop rotation for sure, but I don't think this particular version of the deck could ever play.
I don't think so. One real last question. Why did you call it CanyonVault?
Because there used to be a really weird deck that's called Flame Wolf.
Yes, I knew you knew. I knew you knew. Once you said that, I knew you knew.
And there's like, I mean, you can Google it.
I pulled it up a few days ago.
With 4 Time Vaults and a Flame fully saved.
Flame Fusillade, yeah.
In
fact,
I think you played it actually.
It's up on the screen now. This was Flame Vault at GP Philadelphia 2005.
Yeah.
This deck is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's my kind of style.
Well, it's a blue control deck that has a combo kill. Yeah, that sounds like your style.
And it plays really weird cards. It plays Flame Fusillade. I mean, that's just a fun card. I feel.
So I believe Rich Shea also played this deck at that GP. One thing to note. Okay, yes, Time Vault used to be legal in Legacy. Second, it worked way differently.
Yeah, Time Vault was a different card back then.
So you used to be able to basically do this following thing: skip your next turn, untap Time Vault. But Time Vault did not say tap it, take an extra turn. It said tap it, remove a time counter. You can take an extra turn then. So the result of this was, well, you couldn't just like untap it and tap it to like cancel it out because they thought that was abusable. The only way you could get a time counter on it was to skip your next turn like naturally because you had the option to do that with Time Vault to put a time counter on it. But someone figured out that Flame Fusillade is just infinite damage with this, and I don't know who. I honestly, it's way past this point. And that's why you see Burning Wish.
That doesn't work anymore today.
You have Burning Wish for Flame Fusillade and Overmaster, which lets you force the Flame Fusillade through. So once Stefan named it CanyonVault, I just knew that he knew Flame Vault because there's no other deck that named itself like that in Legacy, as far as I know.
I mean, a better name for my deck, like a more accurate name for my deck, would be Green Prison again.
No.
Green, we're whatever, but that's just boring, you know.
All right. So all that aside, let's play some League matches. If I can find the button.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, Kai was the first one to sign up for the Legacy Showcase. Solitari.
Okay.
All right, who's winning the race? Wow, Tom is really running away with it.
Tom by a lot, I think.
Jeez. Don't think he's going to get
the secondary person plays slower decks than Tom. And Tom also wins a fuck ton. So.
Yeah, it's not really a race by this point.
Yeah, I think the combination of Tom having a high win rate and playing a really fast deck just makes him unbeatable in these races. That's also what happened when Eric
I remember.
When Eric grinded with the Black Red Reanimator, it didn't matter if you had the same win rate as him. He just played the deck that played like 3 matches while you like played 1 match. So like you had to have like 90% win rate to beat him if you weren't playing like a fast deck yourself. So which is kind of impossible over a certain amount of games.
All right, we got a match. First match with CanyonVault. Let's see what this deck can do. Last deck, Esper Vial.
This deck can definitely do stuff. So, well, this hand is exactly above average, so it's a keep. This hand has many options, and we can do stuff turn 1 even, so it's good.
Probably Grixis control. No? Oh wait.
It could be a Delver deck. So
Blessing Mire makes me think Blue Red or Grixis.
One really obvious sequence that we have to play.
That was a good draw, actually.
I believe you cast the Mox first, because if they daze that, then you don't care about your steerings anymore. Then you just slam Chalice into Thoughtnut into Walking Ballista, sure. And I think you might win even. But it's very unlikely that they daze it. So I'm not sure what to ditch, because having double Tomb, like it's bad if we discard Tomb and they waste us. But we are also casting a Steerings this turn, I think. Even. So like Steerings might find a land or might what are we likely to take of Steerings is the main question, actually. Because I think we are going to cast Steerings and then we're going to cast Jaws of the Void. So there is no other way to sequence this.
My instinct is to discard this, personally, so I'm going to do that.
Okay, let's just do that. And then we have to win. I guess you cast the Steerings first.
Yeah, you kind of have to, I think.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I wish the second tomb was a city, simply. Then it would be an easier decision for me. So this is interesting in a sense. I kind of don't want to take the second Chalice. It could be decent, but
So
I'm more for either the ballista or the tree sphere.
I think I'm gonna take the ballista because
because they have a Delver in play already.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure like we're gonna take so much damage.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I'm gonna take the ballista.
Yeah, let's take the ballista and just try to end this game fast, I guess.
But I'm still playing the chalice this turn.
Yeah, we can't cast that many spells. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I would have discarded the second tomb, but I'm not sure even. You just take so much damage.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Now, obviously, if they have Wasteland, we still
didn't flip. Okay.
We still have 3 mana.
Yep.
And I think we're just gonna cast a 1/1 ballista.
Yeah, no. You mean removal spell for Delver?
Yeah, and we just upkeep kill that. Actually, you might wanna play the ballista with the Wasteland. We take
sure,
2
to save damage. Yep.
If they daze it, it's I think fine.
They didn't daze the chalice and they didn't force the chalice, so they would have had
exactly. And if they waste us, it's better if they waste the waste. Now we have to, yeah.
They also didn't reveal a spell to the Delver. They must have drawn land, most likely.
The colorless Mock Fanatic.
Alright, that's fine.
Yeah, and that's the exact reason why I want to play Wasteland this turn. And now we just play Manascape Refractor, which...
You mean Worn Power Stone?
Worn Power Stone. Or in this case, we might even use it to tap for volcanic mana so that we don't take a billion damage. We will see,
I keep forgetting it comes to play tapped. Just like, yeah, okay, so they're blue.
I mean, it's very literally Worn Power Stone with upsides. Okay, so I think it's pretty clear we're just going to play Twin Sphere. I believe. Because that just plays around everything that they can have. They are very unlikely to have. I would tap the Ancient Tomb, actually. Because if they daze, you don't want to have to take 2 damage to pay for it.
Right.
Okay. So obviously, I mean, now we're obviously passing. Obviously, now they could have a 3rd Wasteland or like Land Oko, but I think I'm playing that 3.
I mean, Bloodstained Mire means no Oko, right?
Oh yeah, there was Bloodstained Mire. Never mind, I don't know why I said that.
I think I just waste them and play my Thought
really good. I would play the Thought first because it can't get cornered.
Sure.
No. You just take 2 damage for free. You have to tap it for red. The Refractor. The Refractor.
Oh, so you don't want to.
No. But you can still do that. You can still do everything and tap the Refractor. You still have 4 mana in the Wasteland. I don't know. Mox Diamond also makes it. I don't know where the problem is.
Oh,
we just tap this for blue. I mean, just don't take 2 extra damage.
I see.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
What did Artifact do? Well, okay.
It's too complicated to explain. Just look it up on MTG Bot, or have someone look it up for you. I assume
you can also just click on Refractor to like show, or I don't know. Yeah, and there's tab. It has all like the ability of friends, and you can pay mana as though it were any cost, any mana, any color. Yeah. So yeah, the cards that I really don't like on the draw are usually Karns and Training Spheres, but I don't think you're allowed to cut all the Karns because then you'll run low recon. So I usually cut exactly 2 Karns, and then I usually also shave on Training Spheres in this matchup.
For
and
choke?
The Once Upon a Time, I think Choke is better. It's just more universal in this matchup than Training Sphere, and having multiple Training Spheres on the draw against the Wasteland deck is sometimes really bad. And then there's nothing really that I... Oh yeah, the Crucible. Sometimes I would break... Yeah, I think you board in the Crucible, actually.
Oh,
I think you board in the Crucible, and you cut another Training Sphere on the draw. And on the play, it might be the other way around, but that's exactly what I did. I don't think... The Once Upon a Time, it's obviously not that great, but it's fine.
All right, so I'll explain exactly once for Marcus because he showed up. These 3 is Splinter Twin. Mutavault, Griffin Canyon, Manascape Refractor, Splinter Twin. That's all I'm gonna say. You can figure it out yourself. Boom. Now we'll submit.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, Stefan and his brother discovered it back in, I don't know, April or March or whenever this card came out. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there were other people also discovering it.
Oh yeah, other people did discover it too.
Building anything viable with it because the combo at face value looks really unplayable. But like if you have, well, this
is a keep.
This hand is a keep. Yeah, it's kind of clunky, but we have exactly enough mana for everything.
I assume just running one of these refractors into days.
Yeah.
Kind of hope I draw another land.
I'd definitely play Refractor in turn 1.
That's a bad draw.
That's a really bad draw, yeah. But that's fine, whatever. That's what you sign up for when you play it.
Maybe they'll daze this.
Okay, yeah. Let's play another.
All right.
They didn't see this card last game, right?
They did.
They did?
Yeah, we cast it as a Worn Power Stone.
Oh, yeah. We did? Yeah, we did. Yeah, never mind. For some reason, I blanked on that. I don't know why. So now we have a lot of mana. We have 5. We could play the Mox even, and we have 6. They obviously can just force our card, maybe, so that's kind of sad.
I think
are we still supposed to play the card, maybe? I
could just play every... Oh, we can't play everything, right?
You could play Crucible and the second Refractor, and maybe they counter the Crucible. I don't know.
Oh, but so I'll try that. I think we should lead on
let's
Crucible.
Just play Crucible first. Because it's kind of expendable, but it's also decent if it resolves. Now, obviously, it would be better if it wasn't Transfer, but okay, it had the same effect, I guess. So now we just I guess this is a really weird situation. You could Mox, but at the same time, I kind of want to not play anything, actually, but then maybe that's crazy.
I think that's crazy because
if you Mox, you discard the Griffin Canyon, and then you don't have Mutavault as an out anymore. So either you have to play the Canyon, or you have to play nothing, I think. Because if you play Mox Refractor, you don't really gain.
I'll just play nothing. I see what you're saying.
Playing nothing is actually correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so they're
this whatever guy. They will just attack for 3.
Well, it's 3. You said 3.
Yeah.
Karn can get the Crucible from exile. I do not believe we'll be doing that this game. I don't think we have time for that.
I don't think that's what's gonna happen.
They chose to shuffle. That's a good sign.
Yep. Okay, there's another Griffin. Now I can actually Mox this card Griffin Canyon. It doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, let's just do it because we're gonna do it anyway this turn, and we are just gonna we're just gonna cast Karn. Hopefully it resolves.
All right.
And now, I would say you either go for Ensnaring Bridge or you go for, obviously you can just go for Ballista and cast a really big one next turn. You could also get the boat for next turn, but I think you're forced to use the Karn this turn. Like, we're gonna have to accept that the Karn dies.
I'm gonna get the bridge, I think.
Yeah, and now we could even play the bridge and run it into a daze. What did they pitch, actually? What did they pitch to force a negation? What was it?
Delver.
Okay, well, that doesn't mean anything, so maybe they still have a daze. So I think we're just gonna let Karn die and play it next turn. I think that's just better, because otherwise we would have to sack the city as well. It would be just a really all-in move. I mean, the upside is kind of high, though, because if it resolves, the Karn probably survive. No, the Karn will never survive. They're going to have a bolt or something. Like, Karn is going to die anyway. Like, I can't see a scenario where Karn survives.
All right.
What does their hand have to be? I would just get it and pass.
Yep, and just let the Karn die.
Yeah, I think that's better than trying to, win a lost fight. It's fine if the coin dies there. Because they could have any counter spell or daze or bolt or chain lightning. So Karn is always gonna die there. And Arcan is always gonna attack because we're gonna still have the refractor in hand, so that's fine.
How many times have you had someone wasteland mid combo to try to interrupt it?
Actually one time, and it didn't do anything because I still had an untapped Griffin Canyon.
Got it.
You can sometimes play around wasteland. Okay, that's good for us if they waste us here, because now we didn't lose the land. Now we just play Griffin Canyon, and so there is a.
I think I have to play bridge to save life.
Yeah, I think you have to play bridge just to do it. Yeah, I mean it's yeah. We're okay. Bridge is our results. That's really very good. So we're not dead. They have another rod. That's really bad.
We're dead.
We're dubs. I mean, we're gonna play it out. But...
This is so much worse for us than oof.
Yeah, this is really bad. I think you're supposed to pass, and like, I don't know how we win, but it involves drawing a lot of lands, because then we can cast our challenges. Okay, I think we can just concede by this point. Okay, that was just too much. That's fine.
I mean, Null Rod is the bane of this deck, I'm not gonna lie.
It's like that. It is like the worst card you can face. There is almost no way you can get rid of it either. I mean, you can get rid of it, but it involves it's very convoluted because
you have to have Skyboat in play. You have to Karn their thing, then play another card, and plus your Skyboat and attack.
Exactly 2 cards. Yeah, that's yeah. It's exactly that's what I thought about. I think we bring in back Twin Sphere, maybe 1 or 2. Don't know if we need all. Maybe you sided 1 choke again. Or I don't know. Like they have the mountain every game now. Like it seems like they're aware of it. I don't know. I think once upon us. Yeah, I don't know. Is that this bad? I mean, yeah, I guess you can cut it.
I don't think it's that appealing personally.
Yeah, I see it like as a land, so that's why I don't want to cut it. But we have so many lands anyway, so let's just do it anyway. Actually, it might be better to cut the Tree of Tales and bring back the Once Upon a Time.
I'm not sure about that.
I mean, you have essentially less resources now, but they have Null Rod and we have Tree of Tales. Like, I would sideboard out the Tree of Tales because of Null Rod. But whatever.
I'm gonna small
this hand is
it's very bad. This
hand is kind of weird, but it's a keep, I think.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ship one of the Horizon lands, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen.
Probably this one.
I think it's kind of weird, but I think you have to steer on turn 1 because otherwise we have just not enough cards. Like, you can't play Chalice there. Okay. Yeah. I guess we take Sphere.
Yep.
Just 3-ball in.
I'm just going to play 3-ball into Chalice and see if it works. I guess I could play the Chalice first to play on days. It depends on what they do.
There's an argument for playing 3-ball first, which would be, if they daze, then they can't play Arcanist, can't play Sprite Dragon. And if they have Force, it doesn't matter anyway. If you play around days or not. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, there's another Chalice.
I think I'm just gonna play Chalice.
Chalice 1, Chalice 2. They just lose. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that happens. Yeah, I would play Chalice 1 here, yeah. Yep. We have the luxury of playing around days, I think.
If they Null Rod me, it's not even that bad somehow.
If they waste us, it's also not that bad. Because we have some lands.
I think I'm just going to play the 3-ball now.
I would just play 3-ball here. Because if they daze, it's totally fine. Totally fine, really. Yeah, they daze. Then we play Chalice on 2, I think.
Yep.
And then they're not gonna have much left that they can do.
I mean, obviously, if this gets countered, like
if it resolves. Oh, okay. They just
that's fine. We have lands.
That just delays their stuff. Okay.
Probably forest.
Yeah, play forest.
Yeah. This is fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Okay.
So I play one of these out because
I
they
would
have
play
another
one peatland.
Yeah.
Because of exactly this reason.
Yeah. If they have another waste, it's so much better to play peatland because they don't get to waste you.
Yep. Okay. Ooh. What about wasting them instead of casting the chalice? I'm not sure, but I think I would do that actually.
Yeah, I'm going to upkeep, obviously.
Because they didn't play a fetch land. What's that?
Petty theft?
Brazen Borrow. Yeah, petty theft.
I'm supposed to let it resolve, then waste them because of days.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. This is interesting, because now obviously they can resolve cantrips this turn, but does it really do much? I don't know.
I mean, it does something, for sure.
Yeah. I think we might play around days next turn again, or maybe not. If we draw City of Traders or Ancient Tomb, that would be really good, because then we can just challenge. Actually, we would not want to challenge 2 first, because then we can't challenge in 1 anymore.
Exactly.
So we have to challenge 1 first, sadly. Yeah, so our next turn is going to be pretty predetermined.
Oh, wow.
They're an aggressive version. I mean, not really, but they play an aggressive card. Okay, that kind of helps. So we just play challenge 1, and we pass, I think. And don't tap, yeah, exactly. Have the Spatial Contortion up. And, okay. Do we just play a chalice 1 again? Because
I think they already had a day. Yeah.
It didn't pitch a daze. And we didn't play anything, so they might think daze is useless, so they would have pitched it. Yeah, I think that was what we were supposed to do. And now, obviously, they can play 2-mana creatures and stuff, but we can Spatial Contortion their stuff. Probably. Rise of Progress. Okay. Whatever. Okay, here we go to 8. Okay, that's good for us that they wasted this one. Yeah, we play the peatlands. And we upkeep. Or I guess we don't upkeep. I guess we just kill it. Main phase. Or is it even that? Yeah, I think it would kill us eventually. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure because there's Brazen Borrow.
Yeah, no, they need another land though. I mean,
yeah.
I'm just gonna cycle this.
Yeah, we're gonna cycle it for sure, but yeah, I guess this was the high upside play. I guess. Oh, there's a Mutavault. There's a Thought Knot.
I think I just played this and played Thought Knot.
I think you definitely play around days this turn. Yeah. We don't need the 1,000 mana anyway. Like we can sack it next turn without having a huge downside.
Yeah. I'm gonna just take a bolt, I think, is the actual answer. Okay, I guess the upside to taking this is if I draw a Refractor, it's an out.
I'm just thinking about
a Braid, right?
If they have a Braid, then we go down to 2, and then the Braid Board kills us. But on the other hand, if they draw a Braid, we are not necessary. It's kind of hard though. I don't know. I'll let you decide.
I'm actually going to take a bolt because I think bolt, it actually plays around more stuff.
I feel it's a bolt, yeah. But it's hard. It's hard to know. It really depends on their exact draw this turn. Which one is better? Okay. We don't have a Refractor in sideboard, but we can still just run this out.
Yeah, we'll check them.
I think we will just check. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, whatever. Now they have no cards left. We play the Mutavault. We attack for 4.
And then we'll attack for 7 next turn.
We attack for 7 next turn. Yeah, exactly.
This has been a goofy game. That's not so good, but whatever.
Yeah. Boom.
You're gonna play it out in case
winning.
of
It's
price
very
of progress,
unlikely that I get back from this. Every fetch, like fetchlands are dead because we attack for 3 at least. Yeah.
Oh, that was a.
Woohoo.
I actually think burn heavy blue red is probably harder than like grindy Delver, right?
Yeah, like the green Delvers are I think easier to beat. Well, not really. Well, they are, but there's Oko. Oko is obviously hard. Sometimes hard to beat, sometimes not so hard to beat.
That was a fun game. I mean, obviously it was more fun that we won, but there were a lot of interesting decisions, right?
Yeah, there were some decisions.
All right, entertain chat for 1 second. I need to use the restroom real quick.
Sure. What to do right? So much love to the fact that spatial contortion has gone as far as Legacy. I haven't seen spatial contortion a lot in Legacy, but they're used like there's some. I think Eldrazi post decks sometimes play it just to be able to kill Delver or like some weird card like Goofy and stuff. But it's not that popular in Legacy. Why is letting Petty Theft resolve first better against Daze? Well, it's not really in this scenario. Well, it would be better if they had 1 mana, because if you waste in response to their Petty Theft, they could then pay 1 mana for the day. Like they could bounce the land that we target with Daze and then pay 1 mana, and then they would have just used the Daze as a save for the wasteland for like their volcanic island. But obviously in this scenario it didn't really matter unless they really wanted to counter their Petty Theft to save the land. So hello friends. Hello Min.
Oh, Min made a bad joke, but I ignored it because he wasn't subbed. That's how it works. Them's the rules. All right. Yeah. And speaking of which, if you enjoy the stream and you want to support it, hit that follow button. And if you have a spare Twitch Prime sub or similar, hit that sub button. All right. Let's go to the second match.
Let's go.
Man, the difference is you actively came into the stream. So that just doesn't make any logical sense. All right, we're playing against M or G. M or G. That's like energy, but misspelled.
Yeah. It reminds me of MTG.
All right, I'm going to...
Okay, this hand is...
It's actually close, but I think you should just mulligan.
I think if the second Mox is...
With a land, it would be a slam dunk.
With a land, it's a snap cave, yeah. If it's like... I'm not sure. Like, it was very close.
This is fine, though.
Actually, I think... I'm not even sure if I want the Mox Diamond. Well, actually... This is weird.
All right,
we either bottom the Once or the Mox, I think. Once Upon or the Mox.
I'm gonna bottom the Mox and see what happens.
I feel like the Once is like better, but
yeah,
it might end up too slow. I'm not sure. We are gonna see.
Well, I'm gonna play Forest Go, unless if you.
Oh yeah, you play Forest Go, I guess. Yeah, it makes more sense, I guess.
I can still... Well,
yeah,
the reason to do it at their end step is fawn, but I don't care if they fawn this,
yeah,
I think.
Well, we really don't care if they fawn this.
Snow Forest Go...
Yeah, now we just once and hope to hit Ancient Tomb, basically, or like City is always also really good.
Alright, well, I have one option.
I don't think we play it because we don't know what their opponent is. Like, there obviously might be scenarios where you would want to play it, but I don't think you do. I would play a Mutavault, personally, and then I would just pass.
What makes this deck special? I don't know.
Well,
it has
what makes
this
deck
card.
Special, it has Manascape Refractor, and it has Griffin Canyon, so it's special.
So we're playing against, like...
It's inherently special because it's very unlikely that there is any other person playing Griffin Canyon in Legacy on MTGO right
now. Alright, so it looks like Snow.
Yeah, we are fine with this matchup. I think it's not a bad matchup. Okay, I would play a 3-mana spell. I would not play a 3 sphere this turn. I would play the Manascape Refractor, is what I meant. But that was kind of a weird way to say. Yep. Because if you play a Trinisphere, then you can't play the Steerings for 1 next turn.
Yep.
And also, Trinisphere doesn't really do much in this scenario. They could just play Oko, and then okay. Also, if we hit the Griffin Canyon in the Steerings, it would be really good.
Sure. Griffin Canyon's almost $20 on paper. This is absurd. Huh.
Is it?
Wow. That's what JW Hollis says. I have no reason to disbelieve it. This might be your fault.
I have some of them.
Oh, you had some of them? It was the old pump up the stock, wasn't it?
Well, I bought them when we initially found the combo. It's really long ago.
Oh, so the exact scenario you're describing came up. They can't play Oko and Boston Refractor, otherwise we just kill it for free.
Exactly, yeah, it's really important.
It's really nice.
Oh yeah, I guess if you want to get ones in good condition in Europe, you have to pay over 10 euros already. Wow.
So I think I'm going to lead on Stirrings and see what happens.
The
other option is play Thought Knot.
No. I think no, it's correct to... Is it correct to lead on Stirrings? Yeah, I think it is. I think you don't even want to play Thought Knot, actually. I think you want to play Trinisphere first here. Just to make them not able to tap out. Okay, what does... That's kind of useless, everything. I mean, no, actually, wait. So we have 4. No, we don't have enough. It would be great if we had 7 mana then. But that's
no, but we'll have 6 if we take that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. Is it better than another Refractor? That's what I'm thinking. Because what does 6 mana do? Well, 6 mana does... Well, no, it doesn't do much. Actually, I would just take the Refractor and play Trinisphere, I think. Oh. Yeah, it's kind of boring, but I think it's a correct play. I'd just play Trinisphere.
Oh, right.
I think it's better because Trinisphere are not going to get much better, and we don't have a Steerings in our hand anymore. So it's
I can just leave this up.
Because exactly. That's actually the correct way of playing it, I think.
I was thinking about Abrupt Decay. Okay.
So they're flashing that. Good to know, but doesn't really change much for us. Now we could waste them, but not sure if that's good or anything. What?
Oh, so they're poke pile, I guess.
Yeah, I think we just pay. Oh no, we pay.
Yeah,
because we were hovering over them. I was scared. Delays.
They delays. Who cares?
Obviously, City would have been good.
Did they not know what this card is?
Probably. It's kind of likely.
The 3-for-1, and they had to pick up their land.
3-Ball coming back at you in 2021. 3-Ball is always a card that has been somewhat playable in Legacy off and on. Trinisphere has always been decent.
Yeah, it just depends on what deck plays.
Yeah, it really depends on matchups. Sometimes it really sucks.
What is going on here? You're seeing the most broken deck in Legacy. That's all I have to tell you.
It's the best colorless land combo.
No,
that's not.
Colors. We got force.
Okay, yeah, I guess so. We were essentially colorless.
They had the decay. Boo.
Okay, we have another one. Oh, they waste us. And they waste the wasteland. That means
so they're not. They're like bug pile.
Yeah.
Yes, it's fine. I think I should just play this.
Yeah. I think that's the correct play.
It's Griffin Tribal, yeah. We have 4 Griffins in the deck and 4 Canyons where they live. Alright, that's
another daze. It's actually better for us that the daze this than a Refractor because the mana is important. The Refractor can be super relevant later. If we draw the Holy Griffin Canyon. I think if we draw a land, we might actually play around 30.
Oh no.
Nope. We couldn't play around that at any point.
Yeah.
They just
But they're Brainstorm locked, but they do have a Sylvan, so you can hypothetically draw past it.
Yeah, it's fine though. We have a lot of lands in our deck. Yeah, I think you play that. Definitely.
I'm not going to actually kill that. I might just start attacking them.
Make them not attack.
Yeah.
Because if they attack, you attack them. Yeah. We have we have so many lands in our deck. Do you remember? Once upon a time, also saw no lands. So like
it's all ballista. Yep.
Yeah, we're a 28 land deck. So like we have 5 lands on bottom. So we have.
No, we have 5. We have 4 spells on the bottom.
Oh, 4. Never mind. So we have 24 in 43 cards, which are lands, which is kind of crazy. Just wanted to point it out. And they all make mana, unlike in the lands deck.
Look, let's not talk about that. Why are you gonna be shaming my Alright.
For some reason I had to say that. I don't know why.
So they attacked. It leads me to believe they have another one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just play Refractor and pass.
Yeah, I think that's correct. We would prefer to have a
Arcane. I already explained it. This plus Mutavault plus Canyon is an infinitely large creature. Countably infinite if you want to be mathematically precise.
You can make a really big attacker or blocker with it.
Or blocker.
Sometimes you have to block with it. Yeah, they have the second one good read.
It was the easiest thing to read. Like it's like
we might not be able to cast Thaumaturgy next turn because we don't have any colors, but we might just pump the ballista and start removing those pesky guys.
Or removing them.
Or removing their life total. But I think we would start removing the guys, because then we can attack at some point. That would be better, I think. But it depends, I guess. Okay, so they're kind of annoying to me. This is kind of rude.
They have a lot of mana denial in their... Oh my god!
Okay, this game just... Yeah.
Well, they're not killing us fast, so...
They're like a Delver deck, but without a clock. They have like 3 waste, 2 days, and then like... Okay, that's good. See, like, we have 20... Okay. What... Do we take that?
I mean,
I think
we have 2 Refractors down, so we have to take the Ancient Tomb.
Ancient Tomb is just too good.
Do I play it this turn?
Playing around the 4th Wasteland or not?
I think I should just play it this turn.
But why, actually? What does it do to you?
Because if I draw another land, I can play around Days, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's. Yeah, you're right. I was gonna say that, but I was gonna want to make. I was gonna make you say it. That was kind of mean, though.
You made me say it, but that's fine. It's okay. We can figure it out.
I was gonna make you say it because like they haven't played as many days as Wastelands. Obviously, the 4th Wasteland would hurt, but I don't think they played Loam or anything, so it's kind of fine. Thought-Nuts here.
Their deck probably has Stifle, and Stifle's not that good versus us.
Really? Do you think they have Stifle? So you think it's
I think their deck has Stifle. All right.
Okay. I think we have a game plan.
I think I just start casting these actually. Unless...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Big Magic. We cast 3 Thought-Nuts here. Why does this card exist again? Okay, what's that?
Yeah, this was...
Okay, we have to kill 1 guy.
Yep. So this is why I didn't want to pump. I just felt like there was a soft read that was going to happen.
If you wanted to pump, you would have to pass.
And this is likely.
Wow.
Yo, Canoxide, thanks for gifting a sub.
So we are not going to attack with Thought-Knot, I think, until we have all 3 on board or something.
Yep.
Because we are not want to give them the extra card until we have them dead on board.
Yo, Canoxide is gifting so many subs. 2 subs gift. Whoa.
I think they played that over Stifle.
Oh, you know what? This is Steve Mann built this deck. I saw it actually. It's just like bug good. It's like a read deck essentially.
Is there a reason to not play Thought-Knot? Because if we play Thought-Knot now and then we resolve the next one, then we have 3 4/4s in play, but we didn't get a card because they don't have spells, and we take 4 damage, so we go to 6. So they still have a chump blocker and a death touch blocker. So we would end up hitting them down to 3, but we would give them a card. So I think, does it even make sense to play a Thought-Knot? That's what I'm saying.
Well, if we Stirrings into a land, we can just still play
then we can still play it. And also you could hit Karn, play the Karn next turn and win with Karn. So I think it's bad for Stirrings. Or you could hit Ballista and just kill Icefang and attack this turn.
I think that's actually better, right?
Yeah, I think the Karn is a trap, actually. I think you take the Ballista and play it, and just go for the fast kill, I think. Because they have a library and we want to manage their life total. Yeah, I think that's it. Just get more fanatic of Ancient Steerings these days.
Remember when Walking Ballista was printed? And I'm just like, wow, this card is obscene. And other people are like, what? It doesn't look that good. I'm like,
This
you don't understand.
So dumb.
I've played Triskelion
this card
before.
Is banned in Pioneer, right?
Yeah.
Is it banned in Historic?
They did not print it in the set deliberately.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, okay, that makes sense as well. I mean, it makes sense that they did that. Is what I meant.
Yeah, Canuckside, 2 gifted subs is not a lot for you. I've seen you go on a rampage in other channels.
I actually think we might even beat Oko here.
I think so too, yeah.
Material. We might lose to Uro though, because
it's Uro?
Because then next turn they have a 6/6 and they will gain 6 life in total. It's annoying.
So I think that deck plays only Zenith for Uro. I was gonna say this deck does play Zenith, but it's, I don't know.
I think we did the correct play, I think, still.
Yeah.
Because playing Thought Knot would not have changed much.
No, it would have literally changed. We knew their hand was 2 lands.
We did the same damage, actually, I think, because this Thought Knot got to attack twice. Because you could play... Yeah, it's minor differences that don't matter at all. They might have a spell in hand now, right? Or not?
Zenith for 1, it looks like, just to make sure that we can't waste them.
Wait, okay, no. I think. Oh god, I think we might lose this one.
Yeah, it's sad,
that's just how it goes. Green.
Yeah, they have it.
I guess you attack first and then
just start playing 4/4s. I mean, this was an unfortunate game, but sometimes it happens. Like,
I'm thinking about if Karn could have won it, but I think Karn also loses.
No, so. Karn gets Tormod's Crypt.
Karn gets Tormod's Crypt, and yeah, I guess maybe Karn would have won. Kind of felt like, yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
I should have left the Wasteland untapped, but whatever.
Yeah, we should have maybe wasted them actually, because then they can't play. Then they can't sack food same turn or something. But I think we lost anyway because we can't get through the Uro. I think we need to just exactly draw Karn. This point, and we bottom 2.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. They just it was kind of a weird game. It's not like usual Snow. They just had tons of.
No, the Days was just super insane this entire game. So
yeah, Wastelands were insane actually.
It was the combination of both. I think
delayed us so much that the game took much longer than it should be taking. Right. Yeah, whatever. Mutavault. I guess you just play a Thought Knot without losing life.
Yeah.
And then you just pass and
have to
maybe they can that. Yeah, I don't know.
No, they can attack because they just get to recast at second main and they trade for Thought Knot, so it's like
we got an Oko at least. But
why didn't they play their Oko?
I don't know.
Oh no, it's actually better to play not play Oko.
They didn't want to die to something. I guess they thought we play Reality Smasher or something. Could be possible, right?
They forgot to make a food end step or crack their food.
Yeah, they just didn't use the goose. That's kind of loose.
Yeah, this is the Griffin Mutavault thing. Although right now it looks like we're busy losing to Uro thing instead. Yeah, Uro's a good card.
Uro's insane.
I just have to triple block. There's nothing else is allowed.
Maybe actually, you have to. Maybe actually we should have paid 2 life and left up the Mutavault, so we can chump it and counter attack.
Oh no, we can. I see.
We could have. We could have, and then we could have like chumped it and counter attack with all Thought Knots. Which doesn't matter still, unless we draw exactly Walking Ballista. I think there was like some weird line, but we are dead anyway, I think.
I just want to see more of their deck. But I'm pretty sure this deck only has two Uro in it and 4 Greens on Zenith.
This reminds me of Daniel's deck, but with Wastelands and weird cards.
Yeah, no, Span played this deck.
Yeah, I forgot for some reason. You already said that. Yeah, this is their game.
Well, now I just lose too much and I can never like attack them or anything, so we're dead.
Uro wins against Thanasia. Broken card loses to more broken card.
This is so much harder for us than regular Snow, I think. Yeah, because they have ramp, they have that
shit. Choke is great, obviously. They have Ufi, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
But I think you need to bring those in. And then what is bad? I think Mox Diamond number 4 is bad. I think Tree of Tails is bad because of Ufi. Obviously now we go down in green sources, but we still have 13.
Yep.
We have 13. Actually it's good enough. It's good enough still. And then what else? Ballista. Ballista is good. We need Ballista because otherwise we can't attack through this place, I think. So Ballista is kind of decent. I mean, you could shave 1 Ballista actually. I'm not sure. And you could also shave a Train Sphere because they have days and stuff. And Wasteland, obviously. So we're like...
Maybe Ballista is better than the 3rd Trinisphere, actually.
Maybe Ballista is actually better than... I mean, we're on the play, but we have Choke.
Yeah.
Thinking about, like, bringing in any of the other cards. Like, we could bring in the Lodestone Golem. It didn't seem like they have many outs for it. But they could alch it anyway, so that's just not a good mana investment. I don't know, is Crucible any good, or would we rather wish it with Karn? Is Relic any good? No, I kind of like...
I think Relic is okay, but we don't need to put in our main deck.
I mean, you could bring in the Crucible, but I don't know what to cut, actually. So I think I would just resubmit this.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is fine to be configured like this. It's also fine to sideboard out Mox and a land with this deck, because this deck, I think, mathematically has 1 or 2 too many lands anyway. But there was just no reason for me to work it out without either having 2 little green sources or 2 little combo pieces. This is essentially already a mulligan.
But I think it's actually pretty
good enough.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna see if they have the thing.
Do you just turn 1 Karn?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think you've got to do it. Yeah.
Well, they're also F6'd, which you shouldn't really do.
Fast before they before they turn off auto eat.
Alright.
I think you get coding.
Oh.
So they can't cast their collector Ufi. That's my main reason to get it.
Never F6, chat. Never do it.
Too much information.
I'm probably gonna play like Noble Hierarch or some shit.
Ooh, that would be bad. Kind of.
Only kind of. It's fine.
I think we insta-kill the forests. Oh, actually, we Steerings first. Makes more sense. Is there any reason to get any of those? I mean, Wasteland could be good. I mean, Forest could be... Wasteland is better than Forest, for sure.
I don't think a second Refractor is great, and I don't think the Chalice is actually that great.
Yeah, I think we take the Wasteland, actually, and then we just play the Liquid Metal Coating and kill their lands if it works. Yeah, let's just kill their lands. Just start killing stuff.
And I don't play this land out, I think.
No.
Yeah.
I think we are fine. It's just a city thing. Okay. This is Collector Ufi. Okay, it's I mean, it's annoying because we have too much.
It's actually really annoying, right?
Diamonds, but no, it's not. I think we can beat it, maybe.
Maybe? I mean, it doesn't seem that easy.
Well, you wait. Now we are wishing that. That's so bad though.
We have to draw.
Well, I think I have a plan.
Okay.
I think you animate the coding.
Yeah, I think so.
and then just pass. And at a certain point, Karn is not gonna die when you. Yeah, I know what to do. You pass, and we play for getting the Crucible to get enough lands, and then wishing the Skyboats. I think that's probably what we're gonna do. I don't know if we managed to do it, but that's our game plan. Okay.
So annoying that they naturally had the oof, because I think we had
another
turn.
Makes a huge difference.
I don't know. I think our play was good.
Yeah, it was. It was.
By the way,
honestly, most of my losses were my opponent having natural oof on turn 2, and it happened a lot of times.
This is 3-3.
I think we block. I think we don't need the coding. It's so unnecessary anyway.
So what am I supposed to do this turn then?
I think you're supposed to get Crucible and let Karn die because we drew another Karn. And that's our way out, basically. We get Crucible. Where is it? There, yeah. And then hopefully this resolves, otherwise we're boned.
I mean, we have no options anymore.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're dead. We can go next match.
That was not great.
It was kind of depressing. Like, not really, but yeah, they had exactly man.
No, I think this matchup is tougher.
This matchup is definitely tougher. This is like exactly the kind of deck that I don't want to face. Because they're kind of the Maverick shell, not the shell, but they have like Zenith and Ufi. But they also have forces, and this is probably the worst matchup that I've seen so far. Because they have like Daze, Forest, DK, and the Hate Creature. 5 Ufis, basically, in their deck. And Oko. Yeah, I think this was probably the worst matchup that I've seen.
Oh, I need to open three chests. All right, let's go see what's inside the chest.
The Ufi card seems quite good. Yeah, it was quite good.
Yeah, it was annoyingly good, but
for our opponent.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, that combo is also kind of cute. It's also not a very good combo, but it doesn't cost you much deck space. Like if your deck already looks this way, let's say.
I've never seen this card.
What is that? Or another pirate and barbarian. You can go get him. Becomes a pirate in addition to its attack.
All right. Well, we actually have a match, so I'll go to it and then open the last 2 chests in a second.
Yeah.
That was a sort of sad way to go, but it also happens. All right.
Happens. Mulligan.
This is like fine.
I'm not sure if we bottom a wasteland or a soul land. And then if we bought, which soul land would we even bottom?
I think I'm going to bottom wasteland blind, but...
Yeah, it's probably better. Yeah, just bottom wasteland. I think you're right. I mean, there's the argument for like having wasteland for the Manascape Refractor, and like you can waste them twice or something.
Refractors often warn Power Stone in this deck, and sometimes it's wasteland, and sometimes it's Mutavault. So basically, yes, it does do a lot.
Sometimes you can sack it to draw a card, but that's not like with the Canopy line. But
so
that rarely happens.
Should I Ancient Tomb go?
Nah, I would. I mean, in some matchups, you would wish to do that, I think, but I think it's correct to do Steerings. Yeah.
All right.
Because you want to get, like, in the dark, I think you want to get Chalice as fast as possible.
But none of these are Chalice.
So I think we're looking at either 3-ball or Thought Knot here. In the dark, I would say on the plate, 3-ball could be really good. So yeah. I would take it.
They went to 5 cards if that affects your decision. So I'm probably supposed to take 3-ball.
I would take the 3-ball because it has because they have low material and it's high risk. It's obviously a risk to take 3-ball here because in some matchups it's not going to do anything.
I like 3-ball versus Island though.
Yeah, now we 3-ball. Because Refractor doesn't really force their action.
Yeah, no. This forces them to have it on this turn, otherwise they'll start dying.
It's a bit unfortunate.
Brainstorm,
We need so many colors lands for our combo, so we can't play good colored lands to beat UP decks.
We have spatial contortion, but
yeah, we have spatial contortion and we have the skyboat, so we can wish with Karn for it. But the problem was that we had with the game before was that we had 2 Moxen as sources to start. So we had the Ufi essentially killed a lot of our sources, and they also had Noble Hierarch, because if they didn't have Noble Hierarch, they would have lost the Karn coding. They could not have cast the Ufi if we had.
Yep.
If they didn't have the Noble Hierarch, so it exactly worked out for them, and it exactly didn't work out for us. Well, that's just how it goes sometimes. Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna just play Refractor this turn, obviously.
I don't know why I thought about keeping the Wasteland over a Soul Land.
No, you're not allowed to just because of this.
Yeah,
I think
that was kind of weird. Yeah, but this is really good.
No, this deck cannot beat Stony Silence. Like, I mean,
Stony Silence is also not a card that people play. But...
I mean, people play Null Rod, and we lost to Null Rod already this week.
The only way this deck beats Stony Silence is by having turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Thrallknot, turn 3 Thrallknot or something.
I think I should just Karn this turn.
Yeah, I think you just Karn off the Refractor, and yeah. And I don't even know what you... I think you just... What do you get even?
Do it just plus to play around Bolt?
Yeah, I think you just plus pass.
Yeah.
And if they tap out, you can get Lavis.
Yep. Is Glass Casket good in Legacy? Not in this deck, but I played it in Bomberman before. But also...
Glass Casket is a playable,
yeah,
weird fringe card, I would say.
It's better in the Bomberman shells because they're all white-based with Monastery Mentor and Salvagers. But obviously this deck cannot play it, like...
I mean, there's always a different way. You could always just cut the green and play something different.
Yeah.
There's many ideas. I thought about Blood Sun, but it deactivates your Mutavaults. Blood Sun is nice if you want to have more cities than tombs or something like that. But that card is like not really a good card. It's kind of weird.
All right. It looks like they might be Okoing this turn instead.
They might be Rock Delver with the basic islands.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, Wasteland means some sort of
or they could be Pokepile. No, they can't be Poke. Or they...
They could. They still could.
Pokepile doesn't play Astrolabes?
It does.
It does, yeah, because it has island. They don't have Snow Island.
Oh.
Yeah, what is that?
We're about to find out. Okay.
Okay, so they're just greedy.
They're trying to
high roll really do anything. This literally doesn't do anything. Because we just get cutting now and they lose the game. Yeah, that's what happens. Because, I mean, they don't 100% lose the game, but it's very close to them. Because they have one more turn, basically.
No, they don't.
Well, they do.
Oh, I see. Yeah, on our turn.
They have one end step to do anything. Like, they can do something in our turn. Yep. Or in... Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Okay, so we're gonna start removing stuff. Yeah, I think we start off with this one. Wow. I'm still pondering about what deck they could be. It's kind of weird.
I feel like we've played against 3 decks that are not the easiest matchup for this deck, but...
Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe that's how Legacy works.
Maybe that's how Legacy works.
I'm gonna just play Thought-Knot now.
I think they're super dead. Regardless of deck of the edition. Okay, so this is like
it's Pokepile then essentially.
Pokepile with crop rotations. Is that normal? I don't know.
No, that's weird actually.
We don't care about any of those cards really.
I think Ponder is like
Ponder
their
might
best
be
card.
Like what's their way out? Ponder, I guess.
Yeah, but pondering into something is their way out. But
I guess you could technically say you have to take Stifle because they can stifle your current activation, and then they could draw Oko. I think you should. I think we should have taken Stifle.
Should have taken Stifle.
That would have done, but it doesn't matter because they take 8 every turn now. So they should be dead.
Actually, I could even make it.
You could play around Stifle as well.
I don't know. I don't know. I could just like start hitting them for a lot of damage. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very behind. They are thinking about dropping Clawfist. I'm gonna say if they play Clawfist, there is no chance they win this game. So they have to pass, I think.
Yeah, I should have taken this type. Ponder eats up their entire turn, which is why I should have just left it.
The easiest matchups you think? I think the easiest matchups are like, I think traditional. Okay, they concede. I think traditional snow is actually one of the easier matchups. I think the easiest matchups, though, are decks like Storm that people don't play that much right now. I think Doomsday is favored for you because you have Trinisphere, Thought-Knot, and Chalice. And you have Lodestone and Car. I mean, you can wish for Lodestone. It's not that important. You have Torp Orb, exactly. Yeah. I think this deck... It's not like... There's another matchup which is not technically a good matchup, but the past versions of Chalice decks used to be bad against Depths decks. This one has more interaction with Depths, because you have Wasteland and you have the Manascape Refractor, which can also make a 20/20 if they have the combo, or also be a Caracas if they play that. And yeah, I don't hate your sideboarding. I'm also not sure if you shouldn't just bring in the Spatial Contortion still.
Just blind.
Well, does their deck play Ufi? No, right?
I don't know. I would
Maybe
guess
it's just
no,
a one-off, then we just don't bring it. No. I think you're probably right. Maybe you bring the Relic or something. But the Relic is still better than Chalice. Relic is better as a sideboard wish target.
Right.
I think we're fine, actually.
Because I can check real quick and see.
We could also think about bringing the Crucible again. But that's basically it. Actually, I think you want to side out the Three of Tails. I think even though we bring in Choke, I think Three of Tails is just there to be sided out. And then we just bring in Crucible. I think Crucible is good. It's a card that you usually don't wish in this matchup, I think.
But it would be good to naturally draw because they have
It would be really good to have it naturally. Yeah, this deck isn't very good against green decks with like lots of mana denial and Ufi. Actually, this matchup is probably much better than the one before. So it's not that bad. This hand is, I think it's a keep. It's really borderline, but
it's borderline, but
you have two stirrings, so you're bound to find something.
I think I should play around Days on my mocks.
Yeah, I think you play a Mutavault and mocks.
Yep. If I were them, I would have actually strongly considered forcing that, but...
Well, actually, maybe we should not have played around it. Whatever, just play the stirrings. I don't care. I mean, because you could have hit a forest and then cast a second leg, but taking forest isn't that good, actually. No, I think it's fine. They find a way we played it. I think... I'm actually not sure if Griffin Canyon is better than Wasteland, but it sounds... No, that's crazy, right? I think Wasteland is better.
It's close between the two, because if I take Griffin Canyon and draw a Refractor, it's so much better.
Actually, Griffin Canyon also answers Arcanist in a way.
It doesn't really.
It sounds so crazy. No, I kind of like taking the Wasteland, actually.
Okay.
I would just take the Wasteland. I think it's just so much better. Yeah. And we have to bottom a Refractor, so we should like not think in terms of we want to assemble the combo. We would just play our cards, do efficient turns, and maybe we randomly draw the combo. That's better, I think.
So far, we have not assembled the combo or come close.
Oh, really? Yeah, we didn't. That's kind of
we've
weird.
Won all of the games like fair.
Actually, I've won a lot of games with it. It's just like a recurring thing. Contortion can maybe help kill Ogre. Yeah, Contortion is... I thought about bringing Contortion. I'm not sure like if it's card or not.
Alright, so I think they're leaving up Stifle. That's what it feels like to me. But Stifle doesn't really do anything versus deck. That's going to be pretty good.
I think
I should...
You have to stirrings.
Stirrings, yeah.
Yeah, if they daze the Chalice, then so be it.
That's fine. I'm going to take the Refractor now, I think.
Yeah, I think Refractor is... Yeah, I think Refractor is good. Yeah, it's better than random card. think you play Wasteland actually, even though it shows them. Actually, no.
No, they know about the Wasteland anyways. So.
Oh yeah, they know about it anyway. I'm dumb. My bad. My bad.
Brainstorm into days, and then they can't play a 3-drop next
turn.
I
was gonna say you're gonna play a Wasteland anyway, because even if you show it to them, it enables you to like you could have actually I'm not sure, but if you could like draw a soul land and then play Thought Knot and Waste, which would not be possible if you played the Forest. That's the reason why I would have played the Wasteland anyway. But since they know about it, so there's no point thinking about it.
Yeah, like they already know about the Waste, so like playing it is only bad versus their Wasteland, but they're wasting me here with the Chalice out. I think that's like not even that bad for me, so I don't know. I think playing the Wasteland is good. Sure, you could construct some like really obscure scenario where it's bad, but I'm not going to worry about that because.
Oh no, I think it's fine.
Oh, they didn't shuffle?
Wise.
So I think they have an Oko here probably if they didn't shuffle.
Yeah, but we're fine with Oko. I think our deck, our board position isn't bad against Oko. It's beatable. I don't know what we are really afraid of. Maybe it's still Oko, but it's beatable. There it is. So
I expected them to elk the Chalice. And then we kill... Oh,
okay. Just make a food. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think that makes us just want a Thought Knot. I think we Ancient Tomb Thought Knot, leave up the Wasteland in case we want to waste them. We don't know yet if it is the correct play to waste them. Okay. Actually, I would take the Bolt because the Bolt can bolt an Elk. So that makes a difference, kind of. Because the Force of Negation isn't really that good here. Yeah, and I would waste them. I would waste them because we don't really need our mana. Even if they waste us, we still have plenty. Yeah, that's fine. Now, obviously, they can make an Elk, but the Elk, if they don't draw a Bolt, the Elk doesn't do much. Tokus is gonna take 4 damage if they chose to do so.
So they can hardcast Fawn, so I don't want to cast Refractor
and play their fetch land exactly to be able to do that. That's why they didn't waste us, because they were afraid of something big, which makes sense. And then, ooh, I kind of like that.
I think I just Ballista for 3 now, right?
I mean, do we attack? I think we attack Oko first.
Yeah, I'm attacking Oko.
But yeah, I like being able to have a big Ballista. I like to be able to have a better Triskelion, basically. That's what we're casting here. Because we have exactly 6 mana.
Yeah. Triskelion can't pay for mana to pump it. I would have been sad if they drew a Daze, but like whatever. They had 1 blind draw step.
I think, you don't have to worry about that. You have to play into it. I think we're in really good shape if they don't do anything crazy here that I don't expect. I don't know what it could be.
We can also play Refractor and Pump if they tap out, and that might be good.
True. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we could end up killing the Oko the next turn anyway.
If I want to. Okay. I was about to say
They probably waste the Ancient Tomb, I think. Or maybe they waste the Mutavault. I think they're inclined to not waste the city. Yeah, that's what I thought they would do.
Yeah.
I think we will just attack both on Oko and not do anything beforehand. Because Oko is gonna die anyway, right? Is it? Yeah. It is.
No, it's at 5. Oh no, I can use a counter to shoot.
Yeah.
Either on my turn or their turn, depending on what they do.
Depending on what they do. It's likely that we have to use it in their upkeep to do it.
Yep, I'm setting a stop there.
There might be 3 damage on the Ballista. But we are gonna see. They can't stifle because we have Chalice, so there's no way to meddle with our plans. No big problem, I guess.
This is some weird deck energy today.
Yeah. We're playing against...
Weird blue decks, actually.
I think we have played against mana denial decks all 3 rounds. I guess the first over deck wasn't really a mana denial.
No, that was a burn deck.
It was a burn deck with wastelands and bases. But the other 2 were mana denial.
I think drawing this did not change my plans. I think this is still the correct
double
plan.
attack Oko. And they're gonna block the ballista, I think.
And then we'll pump.
To make us forced to pump it. And there's also the you could make a misplay here. That's why you have to block the ballista, I guess. But it doesn't make a difference. Oak is gonna take 4, and in their upkeep we're gonna come over.
Yep.
And obviously you can, if you do it this turn and the ballista dies,
nope.
it would be really bad.
Don't worry,
just saying for chat.
Yep.
If anyone overlooked it, because that would be game over probably. And not game over, but you would just give your ballista for free. So they see that their Oka is dead, so they activate their fruits. I don't know if that's correct or not, but seems okay. Obviously now they can like Ghost Quarter us, but I don't know what
Ghost Quarter is so much worse for us than it is versus other decks.
Versus other Chalice decks, right? Because you have basics.
Well, no, I mean Red Prison has a bunch of basics.
Yeah, I guess against Red Prison Wasteland is also not that great. But yeah,
I think I just bait with Trinister. Oh no, maybe I just attack.
I think you actually just play Forest and attack with both.
And just
so
say
you have
go.
To pump up in case they have, I don't know what. I really don't know what they could have, but... And then you could, you could still play Trinisphere, or you could pump. I was just going to say you play the land pre-combat. That's why I was going to say it.
I think I'm just going to throw this into their...
I think you're just going to play Trinisphere so that they can't, do multiple things a turn, or they have to hardcast Force of Negation it at least, which is what I think they are gonna do. It's probably better than pumping the ballista.
It's close. Oh no, it's not actually close because I think the damage works out that. Wait, hold on.
I think it's close in case they have something that removes a creature that we have. Like if you plan for the scenario where they remove one of our threats, it's close definitely.
Sure.
Because the 1 damage per turn on the ballista and the extra kind of matter a lot then.
So I think what I'm going to do is play the Refractor first this turn and then probably activate Mutavault and attack with everything. But we'll see what they do.
Yeah. Could be.
Arcanist? Go with this? Oko? Uro?
Any 3-drop in the game.
Oh shit. Okay. Wow.
It's kind of good that we didn't go on the full ballista plan.
Yeah, they're going to steal the ballista, or they should steal the ballista as a Vindicate.
They should definitely steal the ballista, and then we just
shoot 1 at that, 2 at that. Yep.
Base, and it's fine. Yeah, it's good that we played a spell and not pump the ballista, because I didn't really think of... It's kind of weird, because they're not supposed to be play that.
So the crop rotation sort of led me to believe something weird was going on, and it makes sense. And punching fire and shit.
Works with Ura, and it's not a bad way to build a deck. We just attacked them for 6.
Yep.
And, yeah.
This is a Mutavault in disguise for next turn, chat.
Yeah.
We got all the Mutavaults lined up.
But it can also cycle and also produce mana. Maybe even 2.
Not produce. Alright. 2-1. Alright, I still owe 2 chests, so I'll open them real quick.
Yeah, let's do that.
Whoops.
It's weird. Griffin Canyon actually costs money. I'm really confused. I really didn't expect it to happen when I bought them. I was like, maybe I'm gonna play this bullshit combo one day. That's why I bought them.
I believe there is. It's probably a copy pasta from Stripefo's channel, whatever it is. Alright, let's see what's in chest number 2.
It looks like a Strifo plus Pokepile. Like Strifo Pokepile.
Rest in peace, Amulet of Vigor.
That's, yeah.
I mean, people still play it. I think you can do better.
I think that deck isn't that great anymore in Modern. I really like it though. Still, even when it's not And we when it's an inferior deck, then I like having other bigger decks.
Where's
this
Callum?
Card is
Where's
Giga
Callum?
Troll card, and yeah, obviously it reminds us of the Giga Troll. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. Callum wanted me to play it. What else did he have in the deck? I don't remember. It was like,
I don't know.
We had like pain lands and shit, so we wouldn't be at 13. It was
Kydecophobia.
It's good with go over the burn.
I've seen wins with the card as well. It's so funny.
Yeah.
They only designed this for flavor and for troll wins, and it delivered that exactly. So it kind of worked.
Wait, Triskaidekaphobia. Wait, Tris? Am I misspelling it? I was misspelling it. There's like 13 of a lot of things in this photo if you look very carefully.
Yeah.
Like 13 bloodstains, 13 like utensils, 13 shards of broken glass. Probably
even
like
the wood pieces in the
background?
No, in the thing.
Oh, in there.
Base.
I see. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
it's
7,
exactly
8, 9, 10,
13.
11, 12,
I just kind of.
Wow, what the heck? What's going on?
Good art. Good intention behind the art, I guess. I'm not a big fan of the art, but it's still really good art.
Yeah, it's really good. But if you are one of the lucky 13 and you want to support this stream, hit that follow button, hit that sub button. See, you got it. You got to find the cute segue.
Maybe opening this card is a sign of bad luck.
Oh shit! No.
Maybe we should not play anymore. Well, I'm joking. We should obviously play, but
I'm not gonna pass Tom anytime soon. Whoops. I unsorted it.
We don't face any black cats.
Hydration time. All right. Here's some water.
I just hydrated myself.
Good, because if you don't, you become PJ Salt. No one wants to be PJ Salt.
Because you're then salty about not feeling well.
Yeah, exactly.
It actually worked. It actually is true. The honest truth. Okay.
I forgot how fast these matches are with a deck like this. They're really fast.
Yeah, I mean we could play more if we end up being too fast.
Well, we'll see where we're at.
We can also do something else. Like we don't have to just spam this deck. But
we have to spam. This is the year of the Griffin. Didn't you hear?
Really? Where?
Nowhere. I just made it up. I made it up. It's actually the year of the Ox, I think.
10 points for Gryffindor.
10 points. 20 points for Gryffindor. 20 points for Gryffindor. Yeah, this year's year of the Ox. I don't think there are...
If this deck had like door to nothingness, you could call it Gryffindor.
Oh my god.
We don't have that.
Oh my god. Why is there no door to nothingness?
We could play it in a sideboard, and then we could play one word tree. And then we could make enough mana with the word tree to
I don't think that's how that card works.
I think word tree can do that, right? If you have 6 or 7 lands, it makes all your lands...
I see. No, never mind. That's what you mean.
Yeah, the card that isn't released yet. So we could do that.
Or we could just Golos for double cascading cataracts and activate it that way.
Actually, that's probably better. Actually, Golos finds both lands for the combo.
Golos is really good, I think, generally speaking, but...
Cascade Cataract sounds a little bit better. This hand is
very... Yeah, this is pretty bad.
It has double Griffin Canyon and no soul land, so it really can't be good. This hand is a keep, I think. And I really don't know.
Oh, I think I should ship this one, actually. Oh no! Yeah. Hold on. No. I should actually ship Thought Knot, right?
I think we might... What about shipping them? No, the Mox is too... We need the Mox for turboing. Yeah, you should ship the Thought Knot. I think we're just a combo hand, actually.
Yep, this is a combo
hand. I think we really want to draw Chalice of the Void to protect it, kind of. Okay, this could be...
It smells like Maverick or Elves.
It's probably not Elves if they're passing, unless they want to fetch Arbor. Okay, I think
I should just play... Oh, I can't play Refractor and...
No, you can't play Mutavault and Refractors, but this is an interesting turn in a sense. I'm not even sure if maybe the Wasteland is actually better than the Tomb. Like, you definitely want to keep the combo, right? So
yeah,
you have to discard Wasteland or Tomb. I'm not even sure if we need the Tomb.
Right. I'm gonna play the Mox and discard 2 and play Stirrings.
Yeah, I think that's probably actually the correct play. It sounds really weird, but I think that's what you gotta do. Wasteland helps interacting in case there are some weird land deck. There's a city. Could also take the second Refractor and go full. I'm not sure, like, this is hard. This is definitely not easy. Either... Yeah, we're missing info in their deck. I don't know, the CMC4 cards are so far away, but maybe they're the better ones to take. It's really hard, I don't know. Like, I think in the dark, Thoughtnut is better than Karn, actually, because, well, Windswept Heath doesn't really say a lot. They could also be Infect.
Alright, I think I'm gonna take Thoughtnut, but it's like...
I think Thoughtnut is the most vanilla thing you can go with. And I would play not the Griffin Canyon. And the reason is, well, it doesn't do anything for us, and we don't want to reveal the combo yet. Yeah, playing Wasteland. Playing either Wasteland or Mutavault. Yeah.
I think it's actually better to play Wasteland, because what if they fetch like Dryad Arbor?
It's sad when we have built a deck around specifically Griffin Canyon. It's still one of the worst cards in the deck often. I mean, that's true, but what do you expect? Do you think Griffin Canyon is going to be super good in any legacy deck? It's kind of hard to do, but I agree.
It feels like Infect. Yep.
It's actually really Infect. Well, we might just be dead next turn.
Yeah, I think I have to play the Refractor, but this sucks.
Yeah, Mutavault Refractor. Hope they don't respect it.
And hope we're not dead.
Hope they don't respect the Refract.
We're trying our math. We're trying real hard. Let's see if our opponent lets us do it. This is the only time it's come up so far. All the other games we've basically won fair games, I think.
True.
But this is a matchup where we definitely need to be unfair as well, I think.
Exactly.
Alright.
Okay. Well, now it just comes down if they goldfish us or not. Them being on the play makes a huge difference, obviously.
Yeah, it does, but what are you going to do about it?
+1.
They didn't cantrip.
Yeah, that usually inclines to me that they have it. Because they didn't do... Like, they usually either they have... I think they're also very lucky to just have a lot of counter spells. Because Refractor is not a card that you usually counter if you don't know.
God damn it. Alright.
Okay, we couldn't do...
Yeah, we couldn't do anything, which is fine.
I don't think this matchup is great, but we have Ballista.
Ballista's our best card for sure.
We have Spatial.
They probably have like Null Rod or some shit, which is super annoying.
If you can use March of the Machines and Conspiring Griffin, you can use Manascape Refractor to win the game. Well, we don't need March of the Machines and Conspiracy. We have Mutavault. Because Manascape Refractor would become a Mutavault. And that's actually what we're doing. We can attack with an infinite Refractor. That's what this deck is about.
I started in 2 conversion and 1 Ballista.
I'm thinking about... Yeah, this deck is actually playing an infinite. I'm thinking about Choke. Choke is usually bad against Infect, but we're on the play, so maybe it can... I mean, maybe it can cheese a win. That's what I was gonna say. Maybe on the play you should bring in Choke actually, but
what do you want to cut? Like,
yeah, I don't know what to cut. That's the point. That's the problem. I don't know.
Tree of Tales maybe, but that's a green source again. I don't know.
Well, the Tree of Tales is there. Oh, I guess just don't bring them in. I guess. Yeah, just don't bring the Chokes in. I'm not sure. This is hard to know. I mean, you could bring in Spyglass.
Nah,
but I guess Spyglass is worse than... What about Once Upon I guess once should be in the deck actually over the 3. I think it's better actually because once can find Wasteland which interacts with them, and once can find Soul Lands, and once can find the combo, and we need to have the degenerate draws against them kind of. So I think it's better in their deck than another land. Just makes 1 mana.
So we had a turn 3 kill, but we got killed on turn 3?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, if we were on the play, we might have...
Alright, this is
a key.
Fine.
The problem is,
I'm gonna bottom...
Can we CP on turn 1? I don't think. I think we have to pass on turn... this is so weird, man. I hate it. What is our plan with this hand before we bottom? Because that's basically what determines what we bottom. Like you could say if you city on turn 1, then you bottom the trees for 100%, right? If you don't city on turn 1, what is your game plan? Do you chalice on turn 2 playing around days? Do you chalice on turn 2 playing into days? Or do you just ballista and remove their threat? It's really weird because Trinisphere is only good in this hand if you play City last. If you play City turn 3 or something. Which is kind of... Yeah, maybe you just bottom the Trinisphere. I don't know. Like,
yeah, I'm going to bottom the 3 ball.
Yeah. But I think we cannot really... I don't know, it's so weird. Do we really hope that it works if we challenge and do it? Yeah, maybe it just works.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I think it's the highest upside play.
If you have to do it, then you have to do it, I guess. Just hate playing City on turn 1 without marks. Okay. Because now we can play 2 Mock Fanatics, but we are down a card again. Well, we basically traded 2 for 2, I guess, but we also mulliganed. Yeah.
I think you just kind of have to do that sometimes, but...
Oh, I think that's really good. I think you just play into days here and play a 4-mana ballista, right?
Right.
That has to be the play. even if they daze it, I think
this is good.
Fourth, okay, fine. Yes, Ancient Tomb is like the best follow-up that you can have to this start. So that's these. So they pitched Force Brainstorm, which is okay, I guess. Playing which one? Double? No, Glistener. So, yeah. Probably playing Mock Fanatic. Again. Yeah.
Definitely playing Mock Fanatic.
I think the plan is to just keep it around and then pump it. So it's like if we get it to 3 or 4, I think we are almost guaranteed to win the game.
Yep.
It might even be our plan, but we will see.
So if they attack next turn, do I just block or no? I just take.
I would just take. Yeah. I would just take, and I would just untap and just try to like control them with the ballista, because even though it looks like a really scrappy game plan, like weird, because we just pump all our mana to ballista. Their deck just doesn't function anymore if ballista is on.
It doesn't, which is funny, but
they could play Oak.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, I don't know what happened. That was weird.
I really don't know.
My computer rebooted itself, it looked like, which is super awkward, obviously. Let me try to reshare my screen real quick. You have to click, like, allow share screening. Alright. I'll continue with the game. I don't know what happened, chat. It was really weird. It just, like, my computer just rebooted itself. Just, like, obviously really awkward.
Oh, I have no idea how to do that. Sorry. Where do I allow you to... in the green thing, or what?
Yeah.
Just, allow... I don't know. I can't find the screen to share. That is not mine. It only gives me the options to share my own.
Okay, I'll just start a new meeting real quick. One sec. Sorry, chat. It'll just be 1 second while I get things handled. Don't know what happened. Like, my computer just decided to, like, crash, which is super annoying. I re-linked you the link, Stefan. Alright, are we back? Hope we're back.
Okay, I think we should be back, right?
Yep, okay. So I don't know what happened. Like, my computer flashed and then everything, like, froze and then everything restarted. So I have no idea. It's super annoying. I've never had that happen, but this is a secret lair.
Yeah, I think we have a pretty clear game plan since they don't pressure our life total. This is pretty good because this way we have more mana to spend on. Yeah, you can just main phase it actually. Main question is now, do we start attacking actually?
I think I do. I'm never blocking.
Because we're not blocking anyway. Like, the blocking is forcing them to cast their pump spells, but it also kills the ballista maybe. So I mean, we could no. Well, I think we're just killing them with this ballista actually.
Yep.
We might want to cast Thana at some point, I think, but it's when ballista's 5/5 or something. Okay. We can still take both.
Yep, we're at 3 poison, and they can't really take action. If they have like 3 pump spells, I guess I would die, but whatever.
That's fine. I think it's fine if we go to 7 poison even, but after that we should probably start doing something else.
I don't think you have to shoot the land EOT. Does this do anything?
Yes.
Alright. It does actually, yeah.
It actually does a lot, I think. Maybe even. Yeah, I think we pump it once more. We attack for 4 probably.
What is this, like a spell snare or a brainstorm response? Probably a brainstorm response.
next turn? Is that
crop rotation?
Crop rotation, I think. No, it's black. It doesn't do anything, right?
Okay, that's fine.
And also they can't berserk or ballista now, so there is no reason not to attack.
Oh yeah, the berserk Elishnorn.
Yeah. I think there was a really easy way to lose this game, which was attacking this turn. What was probably not correct.
Oh, I'm never casting Thought Knots here, so that's what I'm thinking. It's kind of annoying, actually, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, this one is
actually,
annoying, it just I think it will make us use our ballista by the next turn, maybe, or maybe we just.
Wait, don't we just attack them for 10?
Yeah, we will see. We will see what's happening.
I guess they're like forced. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have to leave this back actually. I think that's correct. So our next turn is gonna be. But if they Pendlehaven here for a point, I think we just kill it.
Yeah, they have to use so much to protect it. Like it's gonna be worth it.
2 protection spells. We still have the ballista in play after.
Yep.
It's gonna be 1/1, but we still have it. So this was just a way for them.
Whoa! What? Yeah, I mean.
It's just not correct. They just tried to cheese a win here, basically, or cheese like extra poison.
I think I'll just Thought Knot them.
Is it better than just pumping ballista? Yeah, I think Thought Knot is better.
I think it is better as well.
Yeah, it has to be better.
Actually, just tap like this.
Why though?
Oh, I guess I might lose a Dried Arbor if I'm not careful.
Yeah,
okay.
I would just pay 1 instead and try to not like die to random shit because we're so far ahead.
Right. Okay, they didn't want to play. I mean, the Ballista did so much work that game, obviously.
Yeah. It worked out well that we turn 1 City Chalice. Somehow, it just worked out well. Ballista is just really good against Infect, so...
Did it undo my sideboarding? Because it crashed? No, it didn't. Actually, technically, MTGO did not crash. Everything else crashed.
Thinking about... Since you're on the draw, how crazy is it to side out the 3rd card and bring in Spyglass? Just to have more.
Not that crazy.
And just say, yeah, we are winning with Ballista and Manascape and Thought Knot, so we don't really need the Karn.
Karn just can get Bridge, just in case.
We have to ward out all the copies of Karn because it's 4 mana. Is that crazy?
No. Do you want Bridge or Crucible? Probably Crucible? Skyboat even is not unreasonable if we're going to do this.
Good question. I don't think you can tap out for Skyboat against them. I think it's either Choke or Snare. Actually, I think it's Ensnaring Bridge, simply. I think it's...
We're going to have to empty our hand for this to actually do anything.
Yeah, they can kill it. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it's...
Could just be Tree of Tales.
Yeah, but Tree of Tales is kind of mediocre. Man, I mean, yeah, maybe it's Tree of Tales.
Alright, it's Tree of Tales, I think.
Maybe it's just Tree of Tales. I don't know. It's really weird scenario.
We've sided into Monogreen.
I haven't had this
stuff.
The scenario where you side out all the cards. That's the first time. I have a lot of matchups where you side out 2.
Alright, well, this hand's pretty good, so...
This hand has to be the stuff.
The stuff.
2 ballistas. So how do we win game 2 and draw? Yeah, land is obviously least risk, I would say. Okay. Yeah, on the draw against Infect is always trouble. Trouble.
For a lot of decks, that's trouble, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I think you don't want to die, so you play Ballista.
Yeah, and if they have, like, literally everything, whatever.
I think this might also be a scenario where you block, but I'm not entirely sure.
We'll see what they do.
Well, if they play Noble Hierarch, what happens? I don't know. We're just gonna wait and see what they do. Okay, whatever.
I think if they attack with Noble Hierarch, I'm supposed to just take it probably, which sucks, but
Might be. What's our next turn gonna be? Do you Ballista number 2 and then Steerings?
I think so, yeah. The other alternative is to play 3-ball, right? But
yeah, 3-ball kind of sucks.
Actually, does it suck? Oh, god damn it. Alright. What happens if I block and shoot the Hierarch?
You could do that. I don't know if it's correct, though. Yeah, maybe actually.
I think it actually is correct. Just working it out.
Well. I'm not sure. Because, like, if this Ballista goes and they force the other one, then we don't have any ways to interact then. Well, actually, we have Thought-Knot-Seer, so maybe, yeah, I think you block. Thought-Knot-Seer can still block this. So, because if they have force, it's very unlikely for them to have another threat.
Right.
Basically. Like a Blighted Agent would be bad, obviously. So now we play, yeah, Forest, Ballista, and then Steerings, I think.
I agree with this.
These.
Oh, we're 2-1. My computer briefly crashed in between. Sorry about that, everyone. I don't know why. We're 2-1, right?
For us. Yep. Now we Steerings. And now we get... Well, this is kind of unfortunate.
All these cards are bad. Probably just Mutavault then.
What about Wasteland and trying to interact with Nexus this way so that, like...
Oh, I see.
They pitch Brainstorm here. And
sure.
It makes me believe that they don't have Blighted Agent. Because if I had Brainstorm and Blighted Agent in my hand, I would have pitched Blighted Agent.
Okay.
So I think we're gonna try to win against Nexus with the Wasteland, and with the Thought-Knot the Thought-Knot wins against Glisten Rail. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, they have to have nothing, but it's...
They have to not have Blighted Agent in their hand, I think. I would have pitched Blighted Agent there for sure. Over Brainstorm. They pitch Brainstorm, right? I'm not like imagining things or anything.
You're not crazy. Although I barely register as a Brainstorm, it's...
Because they pitched 2 Brainstorms turn 1 and 2 the last game. Or maybe it was another deck.
That was a different deck. That
was a different deck, yeah. There was a lot of force pitch Brainstorm today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So...
I think we're priced into playing in today's.
Are we?
You just slam. Or do you just... Oh, actually, you're right.
What if I just played 3-ball?
3-ball kind of prevents them from killing us unless they have, what's it called, Becoming Mans or something. Ooh. Yeah, I think... This is quite interesting, actually.
I could play the Wasteland and just play 3-ball and leave up Wasteland.
I'm just thinking about if wasting them makes any sense.
No,
it's crazy because then we can't like. Yeah, actually, yeah.
I think this is good.
It's funny because Refractor, if we draw it, can represent a Wasteland or a Nexus if they have a Nexus. I just didn't. I didn't think about.
Should I waste them here?
I'm not sure. I thought about that, but. We took the Wasteland with Steerings, right?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna waste them.
No, I think I'm not gonna. I think I wouldn't. Well, the thing is, like, we're playing around. If we waste, we play around what? Oko? Stuff like that?
I need 3-drop, yeah. Or yeah, even like a pump spell, I think is...
Spell, yeah. But if we don't waste... I mean, do we... Yeah, actually, I think we waste.
Yeah, that was my conclusion, because they only have 4 Nexuses.
Yeah, and even if they have Nexus, they don't have that fast of a clock. But I was thinking like the only really thing that panic. Yeah, I think you have to waste actually. Yeah, I was just
Yeah, and then now I get to Thought-Knot them this turn, and it's like decent.
There's also the thing with like if they have Nexus, they can pump it if we waste them. So like, ooh, that's
good to answer Nexus later. But now I'm just gonna play this because this cannot be countered. So
yeah,
things working out. Oh, okay.
They're the white version.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of when you saw Windswept Teeth, maybe, but I mean, that doesn't like necessarily imply it.
Windswept Teeth usually doesn't incline anything to me other than it's a green fetch land. Yeah, I think the wasteland is good. I was just thinking if there was a way to lose if we waste, only by wasting, because they could just play Nexus and attack us or something, or they could have a wasteland on their own. But I think wasting is higher reward play.
So I think I should play Spyglass.
Yes, I think you should play Spyglass off.
The question is,
I would play the canyon. I would play the canyon here, and I would play it off Tomb and Forest, the Spyglass.
Oh sure. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm naming Inkmoth Nexus.
The ones anyway.
Well, that's funny. I was never gonna name Wooded Foothills there. That's just like I think a trap play.
You would have not named that. I think we're gonna name Inkmoth Nexus. Or did we name Oko? Actually, Nexus is more often. They have more Nexus in their deck. I kind of would want to name Nexus.
I'm definitely naming Inkmoth Nexus.
Because
I think that's
Oko,
yeah.
It's usually like a 2 only or something. So we could attack with Mutavault.
I don't think.
Could just also not attack at all.
I don't think I'm attacking.
I think we're passing.
Yeah, I think we're in good shape because this is like this represents more gas. Yeah.
Next turn we could attack with Mutavault and have Griffin Canyon to untap it, so that we get like damage done without losing a blocker. Okay, that doesn't matter. Doesn't really do.
Swamps, I think I fixed the volume issue. It's because all my settings reset when it crashed. Check now though. Oh, they didn't even attack.
They can't. They can't attack because we have a 33 blocker.
They could attack. Does this do anything? Not really.
Nah, I would play the ones of Tomb Forest.
Yeah.
And I would probably take the Ballista. What are the other cards? I'm not seeing them.
Ancient Tomb, Griffin Canyon.
Yeah, I would take the Ballista.
What do I do now? Do I even play it this turn?
No,
I don't think so.
I think. And wait. Beginning of combat. I think do you have a free attack? No, you don't have. No, you pass. You need an extra mana for that because you need.
Wait, no. We should cast it now because of Force of Will. They have forces.
Forcing hand. Oh yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah,
no. We definitely should cast it then.
I was distracted by.
I was also distracted.
Someone entering my room talking to me.
Wait.
Yeah, not 3. You need to choose 1. Well, it's really weird to cast this through your own thing. So you click on it, you tap 2, then you say adjust, then you go down to 1, and then you say okay, then you tap the third.
Wait,
mana.
Where's the okay now?
Yeah, it doesn't. No, you have to tap the Mutavault. You have to tap the Mutavault. You say okay, you have to tap the Mutavault. You have to tap the Mutavault.
Why does it do it like this? Holy shit, that is bad.
Because, yeah, I mean, that's just how it
That's
works.
horrible design. Why? What? Oh my god. That's really bad design.
I think so too, but that's just how it works. Yeah, I forgot about Force because I was distracted.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
For a second.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well,
yeah.
At this point, I would just I would just pass. Yeah, I mean, you can activate it and pass as well, but I would tap the peatland.
Yeah. The life total might matter. Like, it's actually coming to the point where life points matter.
Well, next turn if we get the third counter, it's different, right? At some point we can just tap the Mutavault because we have so many counters on the ballista, and they can only cast one spell per turn.
Right.
So I think we are winning this unless they have Force of Vigor or something crazy.
Force of Vigor would be not great. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, we could still win against it probably because we have ballista. It's not like a lost cause or anything.
It's funny, lands are actually good to draw.
Another like... Griffin Canyon. So what we can do here? Wait, you can activate Mutavault.
3, 4. I can activate ballista twice.
Oh, you can actually, but then you go to 4. But that's probably correct. Yeah, I think you just activate it twice.
I think I activated it twice and not even attack. I'll just say go. Or do you think I should attack?
No, I think you don't attack.
Yeah. I think basically we're getting to the point. Yeah.
I think you just win if you untap with this already, kind of. And then you can start attacking with, I don't know, the Mutavault. I think the Mutavault can start attacking because you can Griffin Canyon twice.
Well, I also might just spend all my mana putting more counters on this ballista. I don't see how they beat...
Yeah, but you can't use the tomb anymore, I think.
Yeah, I agree. This is like... Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4... I mean, I could just spend this 4 mana every turn to...
Okay, Noble Hierarch.
Thank you. Do I shoot
it? I think you just kill it beginning of combat.
Yeah. I agree. Actually, this gives me the window to kill all of their stuff, right? Because they can only Pendelhaven one thing.
That's kind of true.
I'm not...
Yeah, I think you untap and then you do...
Yeah, I think I just Wrath them.
Put another counter on it.
Yep.
I think.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh. That makes us able to put 2 counters on it without using the tomb. So we go to 3. Is that better? I guess, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
This has been a game where Walking Ballista just demolished my opponent.
Yeah, I mean, there's also games against elves where you just win. Like, Soul Lance plus Ballista can do work. And then you kill the other guy, and they don't have, like, any haste guy, so we can die, so we attack with both, I think.
Yep. Now we are finally turning the corner. 7 turns later.
If they had a fetch land in play, I think you were supposed to not attack.
Because of Dried Arbor become immense?
Because Dried Arbor could kill you, yeah.
But fortunately, there's no fetch.
If they had a Noble Hierarch in play or anything, if they had like a food in play, you could not attack, I think.
Yes, that's true.
But they literally don't have anything in play other than those lands. Okay. So next turn, I think now we're going to attack with Mutavault, I think, because it's going to be really big. And I think the way you do it is you... Actually, no, that's not how you do it. I think you activate Mutavault by tapping itself. Because the Griffin Canyon untaps it anyway. You get extra mana. That's the correct way to do it. And now you just Canyon it, and then you tap it again for an extra mana. And then you Canyon it again.
That is so good.
Yeah, but that's how you should do it. And now you can use the mana for the Ballista.
Yeah. That's really good.
And we still have this Canopy up or something. I would not tap the Ancient Tomb. And you can still play the Forest even, because that makes you have 1 more Ballista activation. Yeah,
you involved Griffin Canyon winning the game, yeah.
It's a Griffin. Our opponent didn't see the Refractor combo probably yet, so they might be really confused about why we play Griffin Canyon to untap Mutavault. But that's just...
Alright, easy win. I don't think that matchup is great. Like, game 1, I actually expect us to lose more often than not.
I think actually the matchup is super depending on who's on the play game 1. Because if you're on the play game 1 and you can resolve Chalice or Trinisphere, you have a good shot in game 3 again. But...
Oh no, Louis said we showed them the combo in game 1 and died.
Oh, actually we showed them. Yeah, that's true, we showed them. Okay, that's true. Never mind. I forgot that. There was so much downtime between game 2 and game 3 that I forgot a lot of things.
Well, like, that's because my computer decided that crashing was a good idea, sadly enough. I don't know what happened. I still don't, like... It said, like, my hardware thing settings changed, and I'm like, I didn't change anything.
We essentially assembled better Mistress Factory because it cost less mana. Because we made more mana with it. I mean, if Griffin Canyon... That's what my brother said. That's why I think that's why he found the combo. If Griffin Canyon could target any creature, regardless of type, it would be completely broken, right? Like just in
yeah, it would be pretty good.
Like if you like expect it in like any like standard deck, you have a land that says untap target creature, give it +1/+1. That would be really good, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So he was trying to find something to break it, and when he saw it in the spot, he was like, "Wait, you can Griffin Canyon," and then I was like, how do you know the card even? It was crazy.
No.
Okay, this hand is too slow. Yeah, really too slow. Okay, this hand is these. There we have the Mox problem again. How do you? Maybe you just bottom the Ballista. Well, the thing is, like, if you bottom the Mox, then you can't Chalice on 1 because then if you bottom Mox, you can't follow up after the Chalice. So you have to bottom either the Ballista or Lane. So yeah, I think you end up bottoming the Ballista usually.
Desert?
Have we considered playing Desert?
Oh no, we're dead.
Oh, that's that's another coin flip matchup.
Yeah.
And we're on the draw again. I'm not gonna complain, but well, I'm gonna complain. I'm just gonna complain. We're on the draw again. No, why? Okay, let them play out their combo, but because the one time I played this matchup, my opponent fizzled game 3 because they didn't therapy themselves. And so I won the match even though I shouldn't. So just let them play out the combo. Maybe they don't manage to
if they put therapy on the stack, I should concede.
Yeah, if they target you, it doesn't matter. If they just put it on the stack, and they have Oracle engraved, they have Dread returning. Yeah, you just can't concede. I think you just can concede already because there's really no way they mess it up. They have 0 cards in hand. Well, that's not what you want to see. I mean, I think this matchup is good if you're on the play and bad if you're on the draw, and that's just what it is, really. Because on the play, you're always going to have something that stops them. But on the draw, you're basically always dead, so... Yeah, you bring in Relic, you bring in... I think you bring in Lodestone, yeah, you bring in Torpor Orb even.
Mm-hmm.
You bring in Spyglass for the Undercity Informer. You bring in Ballista, probably, because they have, what's it called, Bridge from Below, so sometimes that fizzles them. And then, well, the problem is you cannot bring in the Crypt, because otherwise the cards don't do anything. Maybe on the draw you bring in the Crypt, but on the play I feel like the chance to cast something into Karn is so high that having a 4-mana Crypt 4 times in your deck is better than having 1 0-mana Crypt.
I think I can cut Tree of Tales, personally.
Yeah.
And what else can I cut?
I'm thinking maybe just lands. Maybe actually Ballista isn't that good.
Yeah, I don't think it is actually that good.
I just cut all the Ballistas, actually.
All right.
I was thinking of Bridge from Below because I was desperately trying to find anything that can interact, but I think Manascape Refractor is a better card because it can you can turn 1 Refractor, turn 2 actually turn 1 Refractor is not a good play. You can turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Refractor, turn 3 kill them actually. So that's why it's better, I think. I think it's very optimistic to say. Well, I don't think so because
so the correct sequencing is Mox Pitch Wasteland, Chalice for 0, play 3 ball.
Well, it's definitely better than compared to Echo Karn.
My opponent has 69 cards.
Echo Karn wouldn't have as much interaction. I think you should not have discarded the wasteland.
Oh.
But yeah, it doesn't matter. Because they play lands nowadays. But it doesn't really... Yeah, this is like the nuts hand, actually.
My opponent conceded the game. Great.
Yeah, they're dead. Okay, and now we are on to get turn 1 killed on the draw.
I know. Well, when you register this deck, you have to just accept
I feel like on the draw, you're supposed to bring in Torment's Grip, and just because turn 1 card on the draw is too unlikely, you might even want to Bruce side out the card.
Yeah, that's what exactly I was going to do.
Maybe the Tree of Tails is better than the 3rd card, even.
Yeah, probably. You're just looking for a way to do something stupid.
Or maybe actually the Refractors... Actually, the Refractors should be worse than the cards on the draw, because the cards still interact with their pedals.
Okay, sure.
I guess. Yeah, I think that's... I'm not entirely sure, but how I would sideboard if I didn't have an infinite...
This is not a matchup we're looking to play very often. In fact, we're basically looking to never play this matchup.
I don't have Mind Break traps in my sideboard, because most combo decks you can beat with this deck. Against Storm decks, you have Chalice, Trinisphere, Choke, Karn, Thought Seer. You have Thought Seer, Karn, Chalice, and Trinisphere. It's like...
They kept 7. That's a bad sign.
I think I would actually not have mulligan this. This hand was good. Because you had turn 1 Relic plus Activate with City.
No, you don't, because you won't have any mana.
Oh, you can't. Never mind.
That's why. That's
You're
actually
right.
literally... I thought about it.
Oh, yeah, you cannot do that. Never mind. Yeah, you have to mulligan again. Okay, this hand is much better than the first then. I was wrong. Yeah, I forgot that you can't split the mana for some reason. I would bottom Forest, I guess. Okay. Does the damage matter? I don't know. I would just keep the cycling then, but yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
There's 73 cards now. What the fuck is going on?
I think we're just super dead. Oh no, they're passing. They think that that's good enough. Ha. So we are playing lands. I think you're playing the green land actually, because then you can steerings next turn into something if you don't want to waste for some reason. Yeah, I think we might be in a decent shape. Actually, I don't know why they thought that this is good enough, and maybe it is good enough in most of the cases, but not this time. They need to have, I don't know, a force of rigor to punish us again or something.
If they have it, they have it. I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there was an argument to play the Wasteland if we draw a second Waste and then they play a second land or something, but I feel like playing Waterlogged Grove is better.
I think I'm just... Oh, I guess it depends on the draw.
Passing.
But getting to crack their... Oh, that's nice.
Okay, I guess... I don't know. Play Steerings first. I don't know. Maybe Wasting first is better because they could have Nature's Claim and have like Sandbag it or something. This is interesting. It's really interesting. So it's either Trinisphere or Ancient Tomb.
I think it's actually Trinisphere, but I'm still going to waste them.
Really?
Yeah, because what's going to happen is they can't play any 0-drop mana spells. And we'll probably find a land in the... Well,
I thought you take... I was going to say you take Ancient Tomb, but not Trinisphere. That's what... No, I'm fine with wasting...
Oh, I see.
Okay. I think Trinisphere is just worse.
Yeah, probably. No. I think you're right.
Because I think, like, if you waste them, and then you... Like, what does the Trinisphere do against the draws that win again? I mean, I guess that... If we get to cast Thought Knot after wasting, we win anyway. Okay, I guess... What?
No, they just had to do it because that's their green mana. Oh, see, they're going to unlock more green mana, I guess.
Yeah, but they might not have enough cards left to...
They're just playing this out to play around Chalice.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I think that's really good, obviously. Yeah.
We sided in all of our wish targets. We did not side...
Oh, this is funny. Torpor shuts off your own Thought Knot. but that
yeah, no, this is fine.
Does not matter. I think you still play Torpor.
No, I think so because you're just trying to put enough permanents that they have to answer into play.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're not going to be able to win.
It seems really unlikely that they have Force of Vigor and a whatever guy.
I think I just play a 4/4 for 4.
Yeah, play the Griffin Canyon so they don't know about the wastelands. At this point, we are probably getting the payoff for keeping the cycling land because that cannot be because we can crack it next turn. Yeah. I don't know why I thought you could.
I wish we had. Oh, we do have Karn in our deck. Never mind. I was about to say I wish we had Karn in our deck.
We have Karn in our deck. Really, it's still good. Yeah, I think you activate this probably. I think you. I don't know. You just play the forest probably in the attack. I mean, obviously we don't have much stuff left, which is kind of weird. But
it's not really a combo deck. It just happens to have the combo in it. Refractor is just a good card by itself, I think.
Yeah, it's a prison deck.
No.
Well, that's fine so far, but just so far. Okay, find something good. Well, it happens to be. Well, this is really crappy. Yeah, well, you take the refractor. It happened to be that Well, I'm not sure actually.
Well, they still have to remove that to kill us with Thassa's Oracle, so
yeah, sure,
and they have to remove that, so it basically has to be Force of Vigor, I think.
Yeah, they have to have Force of Vigor still. Yeah, you play that, pass. I'm just thinking about maybe I don't know. I think Transfer was still worse, even though that Falnasir lost its trigger because that Ancient Tomb made so many more cards that we can draw playable. I don't know. You have less soul lands in your deck than payoffs, but obviously you have more lands in your deck than like anything else.
Serenity incoming.
Serenity would be really annoying, but I don't think they played that.
If they play a Flashback Ancient Grudge, yes, that would be bad, but they would also need green mana for that.
So. Ancient Grudge.
Because they mill themselves, is the idea.
Wait, I just realized they have more than 60 cards.
Yeah, they went to 70, whatever. Let's see, 65, 68, 69. Wait, no. That one. 65, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73. Is it a flying?
No. It's just a
I couldn't remember. Balustrade Spy does, but Undercity Informer
Balustrade Spy, I think, has flying, and both are 2/3s. Oh god, this is so funny.
But
it's whatever. It matters because it forces them to jump block next turn.
Yeah.
So it's actually good.
It's worse than drawing Mutavault, I think.
Obviously.
Does this deck play Force of Vigor? Like, I assume it would, but...
It does sometimes. Not every list does, I think, yeah, you play... It doesn't matter if they know about the wasteland by this point. So that you don't have to pay life for whatever, God knows whatever reason. Yeah, for 4/4.
Alright, they didn't have it, so I'm in good shape, I think. I think it actually had to be that turn where they had Force of Vigor. God, what a weird game. Four.
I don't know. As I said, I think if you're on the play game 1, and if you mulligan properly, yeah.
That matchup has to suck because we lost the matchup.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you mulligan properly game 1, you usually have either Chalice on turn 1 or like Finish sphere. Turn 2 at least, so I don't know.